Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Kent State Ice Arena. My name is Alex Rivera. I'm joined by my partner, Fisher Bashir. Welcome you to this CMHA matchup between the visiting number 19 IUP Crimson Hawks and your Kent State Golden Flashes. IUP coming into this one at 15-2-2. Flashes coming off a 10-1 win last night at Mercyhurst, bringing their record to 10-6-1. And for you, Fisher, tonight, who is one guy on the Kent State Golden Flashes that you are watching tonight to really dominate?
I feel like we've said this a lot this season. Even me, myself, and Max, you as well. Nick Kataya, 4 goals last night. He's having a fantastic season. I believe over a goal a game. So he is the player to watch for me.
Yeah,
personally.
4 goals last night from Nick Kataya, playing like a madman. And we're going to send it down to Jordan really quick for a pregame interview with Coach Nowak. We'll be back with Jordan in 1 second there. She's waiting for Coach Nowak. So, for me, Fisher, or as you said, Fisher, Nick Kataya, been playing like a madman. For me, I got to look at TJ Avellino. He's getting the start tonight on that starting line for the Flashes. Missed a few games with injury, but back in the lineup last night, had a goal getting him back into action. And when he's out there for the Flashes, such an impact player. He's got speed, he's got a nice, powerful shot, and he can really put up some goals and make his presence known when it's time to get on the ice there. So I got to go with number 21, TJ Avellino.
I like that pick.
And this is going to be a tough game for the Flashes. As we said, IUP coming into this one, number 19 currently in the ACHA D1 standings. A tough opponent, only dropped 2 this year so far. So going to be a tough one for the Flashes. Fisher, what do the Flashes need to do to be successful here tonight?
I think keep up the momentum from last night. The big win last night, coming back home as well against a tough opponent. I think they can get it done if they play the same way.
We're going to send it. Standing by with Coach Nowak.
Never mind. He's going to talk to him first. He's going up to talk to the boys. So he's in the locker room right now. But he said that I can get him when he comes back.
We're going to send it down now. Standing with our sideline reporter, Jordan Hiles, as she's with Coach Nowak here. going to send it down to Jordan Hauser. She's standing by with Coach Nowak here for a pregame interview.
Okay, hold on. He's not here. All right. All right, thanks, Alex. I'm joined by Coach Nowak, and we had a huge victory against Mercyhurst last night. How is that 10-1 victory propelling us to win this game against IUP, which is a huge rivalry?
Yeah, we're super excited. It's a great opportunity for us to go undefeated in the first semester in the league, and we're super excited about that. IUP is, I think, they're second place right now. We're first place, so it's I think whoever comes out of this with a win finishes in the lead. So we're excited. It's going to be a great test, and they're a good team, and I think we played well last night, and we'll have to play even better if we want to win tonight.
All right, well, perfect, and thank you. Good luck. Back to you, Alex.
Awesome. Thank you, Jordan, and thank you, Coach Nowak, for that pregame interview. So we are just moments away from puck drop as both teams making their way out of the locker rooms and onto the benches here. Now tonight's starting lineups. We'll start with IUP for the Crimson Hawks. They are starting number 74, Zach Soy, number 25, Jace Rierick, number 24, Maddox Rierick. They are also starting number 57, Shane Miller, and number 23, Caleb Hoffman. And in between the pipes for the Crimson Hawks is number 31, Connor Halpert. And now for your Kent State Golden Flashes. At the forwards, we have number 21, TJ Avellino, one of our players to watch tonight. Number 8, Cole Biankin, and number 18, Liam Norton. On defense, number 2, J.J. Creighton, and number 17, Kyle Holmes. And in net tonight for your Golden Flash is going to be number 30, Matthew Weiss. Flashes looking to start early and start fast here tonight. Got to get on top here. We know they can score. Like you said, Fisher, coming off a 10-1 win last night, we know they can score. We know they have some elite scorers on this team, and they're going to have to show it here tonight against a tough opponent. We're going to take a brief pause in the intermission here as we send it to our scorekeeper as we get the national anthem here rolling in the arena. And when we come back, we'll be back with puck drop. Stay with us, folks. Game time momentarily. Sorry for the brief delay in action, folks. Refs seem to have an issue with the ice here. Few spots they're not liking on the ice right now, so having the Ken Ice crew clean this one up a little bit, make sure that the ice is ready to go for the game tonight. A little bit of a weird delay here. No stranger to that this year. We've had some weird scoreboard technical issues.
Even in D3,
yeah.
The wall broke.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here, but
Yeah. The wonderful Kent State Ice Arena. We love it.
Yeah.
We love that. We get to see our team play here every week, especially tonight for what should be an exciting matchup here as the refs are now, on the ice doing some work here, finding the spots that they don't like. So a little bit of a bizarre one here, so sorry for the brief delay, folks. Once we get this all cleaned up, we'll be back with the game action. Stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sticking with us to that brief intermission as we are just moments away from puck drop. Fisher for the Flashes here. Looking to start here. Got to play from ahead. You know, we've seen that a little bit at the beginning of the season. Struggled a little bit from playing from behind. But as of late, they've been playing from ahead almost in every game here, at least on home ice. And they've had success. It's been a recipe for success.
100%. I think a lot of that falls on the Kaibas, Kataya, Jardine line. They have been electric all season. Obviously, Nick Kataya, my player to highlight. He has been arguably this team's best player this season in terms of scoring. There's no argument there. So you'd look for that line in terms of offensive ability in this game, and then you build from there. They're going to bring the energy in the offensive zone.
Absolutely. And, you know, going off another line here, that starting line tonight with Avellino, Biancan, and Norton, that is a fast line.
Yes.
That is a speedy line. All those guys can really skate and really get deep into the zone, offensive zone, and create chances and really, you know, connect on some passes. So really excited to see how this line plays here. It's players, starting lines, making their way onto the ice here. Players banging the sticks against the benches, and that means it's time for some hockey here. Packed house at the Kent State Ice Arena. Puck is down, and we are underway in this one as the Flashes win that early draw, connecting with the passes. Bianca in the offensive zone, shot there, or at least saved there for the Crimson Hawks. Hawks picking possession up in their own zone here, now looking to break out. Now in the neutral zone. Here comes Rierick. Rierick skating hard here. Kyle Holmes is there on the back check. Nice save there early by Matthew Wise. And a late chance there. Kind of something out of nothing there on that chance by Rierick, and Matthew Wise was ready for it.
100%. And a great start for a goalie. I know we've talked about it a couple times. Goalies, you want to get them into the game quick, and big save there already for Wise just to already get himself into this game.
Puck down, one back to the Hawks here. Rierick top of the point. His shot goes wide. Now picked up by Jace Rierick. He's going to play behind the boards here. Kyle Holmes now gets possession, going to chip it up the boards. Flashes can't control. High stick warning here. No touch there from the Flashes, so that's waved off here. Now with possession is Soy. He's going to go cross ice here. Nice save there by Weiss. Shot from the point there by Rierick. No match for him. Kept in at the blue line and dumped in deep by the Crimson Hawks as they're going to skate off for a line change here. Flashes looking to break out. Bianca now skates in the offensive zone. He's going to look for an option here. He's going to play off the bench here. Here comes Kaibas here. He's dangerous with the puck on his stick. Chips it back down low for Biancan. Biancan shovels a pass over to Kaibas. Shot there from Falkowski, tipped, deflected wide of the net there of Halpert. Now Crimson Hawks going to try and slow this one down a little bit. With possession now is Alwyn. Alwyn, he is met by a man there. Nice dive by Jardine. One-timer shot there. Blocker saved there by Halpert, deflected out of play, and we'll get our first stoppage of the game with 18:40 left to play in that first period.
Good early forechecking for both teams, but I really like what I just saw of the Flashes. Getting that line change and then immediately getting to work in the offensive zone, and a good one-timer opportunity there and a good save as well.
Yeah, good offensive pressure here from the Flashes early. That's definitely been noticeable in this first little bit of this game today. Alwyn going to play a pass around the boards. He's looking for his man Adams. Adams plays in the neutral zone. Picked up there by the Flashes, and Kaibas just going to dump this one in deep as the Flashes look to go to work here early. IUP looking to control this puck a little bit. Malloy tries to play a pass around the boards here. Flashes still bringing the pressure here. Crimson Hawk just can't break out of their zone just yet. Picked up by Kataya. He skates in there, stick checked away there. Looking for a centering pass. Nobody home there. Now picked up by Falkowski. He's going to step up into the play. Tries to find Jardy down low there. Can't connect on that pass. Now the Crimson Hawks breaking out the other way. Now on a rush here, here comes Chase Malloy. He's going to try a shot. Easy save there from Matthew Weiss, and he'll just absorb that puck, and we'll get a stoppage. Puck staying in the Kent State zone here. Looks like both teams skating off for a line change. Getting some fresh guys on the ice here. Really like it here from the Flashes early. It feels like they spent, majority of this game outside of those last two chances in the offensive zone, and that's how they got to start. They got to start fast.
The two chances for IUP have both come off the rush.
Yes.
You almost had a breakaway there if that pass was tape to tape, and then the earlier chance with Weiss made a great save on. So it is something to look out for in terms of the defensive game for the Flashes, stopping the rush, not allowing any 2-on-1s, breakaways, anything like that. So you got to be mindful in the offensive zone.
Absolutely, because with a team like IUP, they can make something out of nothing, as we seen on their first chance of the game. So you always have to be alert defensively, as they can really turn the tide on an offensive rush very
100%.
quickly. Puck down now, one back to the Crimson Hawks here at the top of the blue line. That is Seitz. Seitz going to play it down low behind the net here. Back to the top of the blue line. Crimson Hawks looking to set something up here. Puck's down low, centering pass there. Goes through the blue paint of Matthew Weiss. No chance there for the Hawks. Skating hard for this one is Loza. Loza now tries a shot. That goes wide. Centering pass there for the Hawks. Picked up by Brady Hall, and he's just going to dump this one into the neutral zone. Flashes clear the zone here. Now picking this puck up. Here come the Flashes. Odd Sturchill's going to step up in the play. Late whistle there, offside warning, so this puck will be stopped by the referees. Pulling this puck just outside the Crimson Hawks zone. Flash is going to get a line change here. Looks like they're going to put this one on the left dot here, closest to the penalty box. Puck is down, tied up off the draw, but squeaked away in favor of the Flashes. Going to be dumped in there by Miller. Flash is trying to send something up. Now Falkowski with possession. He tries a shot from the point. Shot deflected out front. Another shot there off the rebound. Bounced around for a split second. Puck still loose here. Swept away by the IUP defense. Now out of the zone. Flash is going back to their own zone to regroup here. Falkowski, first man back now. He's going to slow this puck down as the Flashes look to get set up. Now here come the Flashes breaking out the other way. Trying to connect through a pass through the neutral zone. No icing whistle there, so Flash is still skating hard here. Colpine skating there. Hale's with him. Hale picks that puck up for Colpine. Colpine going to try a shot there wide of the net there and out of play. So we'll get another stoppage here. 16:32 left to play in the first period.
Seems like a very fast-paced game from the Flashes specifically on the forecheck, as well as just in the neutral zone. All areas of the ice, they seem to be absolutely flying here. Shot out of a cannon is what I usually say. And good chances early on, specifically in the slot. Just a couple shots, and you want to beat the goaltender there, but good save. And these chances are good. It's good to see them get early chances in this game.
Absolutely. As Creighton plays it from the blue line, he's going to get this puck down low, looking for Avellino to win it. Intercepted there by Miller. And now here comes IUP skating in the offensive zone. Another save there. Rebounded there. Goes wide of the net to Matthew Weiss. Good save by him. Now back into their own zone. Shayton Miller now deep in his own zone here, trying to clear into the neutral zone. Bianca picks it up. He's going to turn and try a shot. Also deflected. Punk bouncing around the neutral zone a little bit. Both teams trying to get possession. As the Flashes now skate in. Here comes Avellino now. Avellino trying to split two defenders. He's going to play it around the boards. Cole Bianca picks this one up behind the net of Halpert. Tries a centering pass there. That shot is intercepted. Norton now going to shovel one deep for Bianca to win. Bianca now looking for an option. Loses control for a split second there. Centering pass. Looking for Norton. Stick in the lane there. Shuts that down, and the Flashes will have to regroup in their own zone here as IUP is going to get a line change. Crimson Hawks with possession now in their own zone. Fans on that pass. Kai Boss picks it up. He makes a nice move. Shoots at Gataya. Nice save there by Halpert. Good chance there for the Flashes. Turnover there. Kind of making something out of nothing themselves there.
100%. And I like the patience shown by Kaibas there to fake the shot, drop it to Kataya. Just, once again, a good opportunity. Just doesn't have enough finish on the puck to get it past the goaltender.
They're going to move this face-off to the left of Connor Halpert. Puck down now. One back to the Flashes. Jardine skating hard, but he loses his stick here and possession of the puck. Now skating in is Chase Malloy. He's got some speed. He's going to skate in. He's going to try centering pass. That shot wide of the net there. He takes a tumble behind the net. Odd Sturchill meets him behind the net. IUP with possession behind the net here, trying to break out now. Plays top of the point, two sights. He's going to play a pass over to his line mate there. Nice hit there. The top of the blue line. Jules Jardine using the body here early, making his presence known. Shot out in front there, deflected by the Flashes defense. So looking to get out of their own zone, but IUP staying tough in the offensive zone here. Kataya skating hard, and he chips this one out of the zone. Flashes regroup for a second here. IUP back to their own zone now. Crimson Hawks trying to play a pass into the neutral zone here. Flashes offside, so they can't touch that one. Now off to the races. Here is Burkett. Burkett going to play it in deep. Picked up there by McGuffin now. McGuffin going to play a gentle pass over. Flashes just looking to get out of their zone. Connecting on that one is Sanchez, but his stick there deflects that one up and out of play, so we'll get another stoppage here with 14:25 left to play in the first period. Like the idea there from the Flashes, looking to go across ice here. Sanchez got some speed. If he can control that pass, he's got a good chance there. I like it.
100%. I like the stretch passes as well. Just too much on it a little bit there. But still, I love the idea of trying to play quickly, get into the offensive zone, and then really establish zone time and stuff like that from the Flashes. So I like the start, almost nearly 5 minutes in, just past 5 minutes in. I really like this start from the Golden Flashes.
Puck bouncing around the neutral zone, now picked up by Rierick. He's going to hit the red line and just dump this one in deep. Weiss out behind his own net to slow this puck down for a second. He's going to try to play one up to Parker. Parker fans on that shot attempt. Rierick now, he's going to play a pass down low. Nice job there by Sealing to play it up the boards and chipped out by Brady Hall. Nice job by him. Tough at the blue line. In his own now. In his own zone is Soy now. He's going to turn away from some defenders here. Play it back in his own zone for his line mate, Rierick. Rierick's going to play a pass up. Chipped into the Kent State zone now. Sealing is right there to shut that down. Sanchez fans on that puck. Can't control it cleanly now. Puck rattling around in the neutral zone and whipped in by Soy now. IUP going for a line change here. Flash is going to have time to regroup. Building up some speed for this next offensive rush here. Chipped ahead by McGuffin. He's got some help with him. Miller's there. They can't settle that one down, and IUP going quickly the other way here. Nice defensive effort there, clogging the center of the ice there from the Flash's defense. IUP now slowing this one down. Schwells are going to play a pass through the neutral zone. He's going to connect on a pass to Miller. Miller going to skate in. He's got an open man. Shot there. Backhanded chance off the post there for the Crimson Hawks. Lucky break there for the Flashes. Still threatening are the Crimson Hawks, however. Shot attempt there. Blocked out in front there by Colpine. Nice shot by him using the body. Big hit there in front of the Flash's bench. Sturcher takes a tumble there. Colping going to pick this puck up in his own zone now. Does just enough to get it out of the zone. IUP going to have to regroup here. Schwells are going to play a pass up. Skating in now is Miller. Miller going to toe drag here. Nice defensive effort there by the Flashes as they clear the zone once again. Stepping up is Burkett there. He's going to dump it in deep. Crimson Hawks going for the change here. Flash is going to try to get something going the other way here. Been slowed down a little bit in these past few minutes here. Shot there. Wise all over that one. Rebound controlled by the Flashes here. Norton picks this one up along the boards. He takes a hit, and that's going to draw a penalty there. Flashes are going to be going to the power play here as Norton took a boarding there, it looked like. So for the Flashes, early power play here, going to be great. And after the whistle, IUP player not happy about that penalty, and he takes down Norton. Late hit there. We'll see if that draws another penalty. Looks like going to the box.
You'd think it would, considering just no real need for it.
Absolutely.
But back to the chance earlier with Shane Miller. What a chance that was, and a really good move, freezing Weiss and then going upstairs on the backhand and right off the crossbar. So lucky break for the Flashes, but also this is a fantastic opportunity on the power play, especially if it could be a double minor because of the late hit, like you said. So it'll definitely be interesting to see what comes of this.
Looks like Spencer Johnston, number 15, in there for IUP as of right now. We'll see if they drag anybody else for the Crimson Hawks here. Nonetheless, as you're saying, Fisher, great offensive chance here in the next 2 minutes for the Flashes. So it looks like
it is a double minor, it looks like. 4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes there for Johnston, and for the Flashes, 4 minutes now of power play time. So Flash is looking to execute something to get on the board here early and play from ahead today.
Of course. This is a fantastic opportunity, and it shows, a little bit of frustration as well from IUP as well. So maybe that's also something you capitalize on.
One back by Kataya. Wins it to Kaibas. Kaibas going to slow it down. Stalking, looking for an option here. Picked up by Miller. Miller going the other way now. IUP going the other way for a shorthanded chance here. Biankin back on the back check. A shot by him to shut that chance down as he was step for step with Hoffman. Flash is going to break out of their own zone now, build some speed, and look to get going the other way. Biankin looking to do it himself here. He finds Kataya down low. Kataya with the shot off the blocker there of Heilpert, and that gets deflected out of play, and we'll get a stoppage there. Scary chance there for a second there. Nice job by Biankin there to get back on the back check and then bring it all the way into the offensive zone up 100%. The ice.
And once again, we've highlighted it a couple times now. Off the rush, great chance for Kataya there as well. And just, like you said, something out of nothing, playing quickly into the offensive zone. So I love what I'm seeing in the first 27 seconds of this power play as well. And also discipline on the kill from IUP, but like you said with Cole Biankin, the ability to get back.
Puck down now, one back to the Crimson Hawks for a split second. Flash is all over them, however. Malloy picks this one up. He plays it in the neutral zone. Flash is going to have to regroup now as Weiss out of his net. He's just going to backhand one around the boards there for Creighton. Creighton going to slow it down and turn away from a defender. Now Creighton will lead the rush up the ice here. Creighton going to dump one off to Kaibas. He's in the offensive zone now. Kaibas with speed, centering pass there. A little too far for Biankin, but picked up by Kataya nonetheless. He's at the dots here. Down low, looking for Biankin to win this one. Puck loose down low, bouncing around, and there's the whistle from the refs. Halper going to cover that one. About a minute down in this power play, and it's been pretty solid here for the Flashes.
It's been pretty solid, but immediately the first thing I'm seeing is the face-off. So you won the first one, but after that, it's just, and that allows, time off the power play and stuff like that. So if you get a good face-off win here, it's a good opportunity to establish that offensive zone and then really get a couple good chances and a goal from it.
Puck down now, tied up for a split second here. Flashes find possession. Falkowski at the top of the point. He's in the survey for an option. He's going to find it to Bryson Miller down low. Tape to tape, back to Falkowski. He's going to go cross ice here, looking for Sanchez. Sanchez got plenty of space to work with. Going to go cross ice for Jardine. Jardine centering pass for Norton. Back to Falkowski now. Now here comes Jardine. Jardine going to go to the top of the blue line. He finds Sanchez on the other side of the ice. Back to Jardine. Center ice shot deflected there. Out in front here. Puck bouncing around. Flashes with control. Back to Sanchez, top of the point. He's going to try a shot here. And just absorbed there by Halpert. We'll get another stoppage in play. Puck still staying in the IUP zone, though. And as you were saying, a little pushing and shoving after the play here. Liam Norton, I think every IUP player on the ice just took a shove at Liam Norton. Nothing will come of that, however. Yeah. Norton didn't seem too phased.
It wasn't like the late hit from earlier.
Yeah.
But still, try. I like what the Flash is trying to do. Maybe get under the skin a little bit of IUP.
Absolutely. Sanchez now, he makes a nice move. He's going to dance for a pass. One-timer there. Off the stick of Jardine, goes just wide of the net there. Now picked up by Falkowski. He's going to slow it down. Play one to Sanchez. Top of the blue line, Falkowski. He finds Jardine at the dot. Jardine plays one down low for Miller. Cross ice there. Deflected before it ever sees the net of Halpert. Miller now going to play one over to Jardine. Back down low for Miller. Centering pass there, gets deflected with the stick in the lane. Up and out of play off the ceiling. So we'll get another stoppage in play. Puck's still going to be in the IUP zone. Still 2 minutes left on the power play for the Flashes.
I like the patience at specifically the point in the two circles from this power play, really trying to get those chances. And you try to see them try and create a little bit, send it down low, and then back up into the slot. I like what I'm seeing from the Flashes. You just need a little more accuracy on the passes, and then you're good.
Malloy at the dot versus Kataya. Kataya wins that one. Find the stick of Avellino. TJ Avellino, one of our players to watch today. Skating in with some speed. He's going to try centering pass there down low. And they shoot and they score! Cole Biankin off the rebound. Cleans that one up. And your Flashes are playing from ahead today, making the score 1-0 with 10 minutes and 1 second left in your first period. And Fisher, there it is. All about positioning, right place, right time. And Biankin just cleans that one up.
Exactly. And tough rebound to give up there, but right place, right time, like you said with Cole Biankin, and deservedly so for the Flashes. They were excellent on that whole power play. And overall, in the first 10 minutes of this game, they have been the better team. So it is 100% deserved. Hard work pays off.
And just like to highlight, too, when a good team like IUP gives you those chances and gives you power plays, you have to capitalize. You have to take advantage of them when they give them to you. And the Flashes did just that, and they'll be playing from ahead.
Especially with the double minor proving consequential for IUP. The power play would have been over, but the extra shove in the back, the extra frustration that the Flashes have given them allowed for that power play to go from 2 to 4 minutes.
Absolutely. This puck now in the Kent State zone. Flashes buzzing off that last goal here. Soy can't control it. Now skating hard for this one is Norton. He takes a deflection here. Rierick beats him back for that race and moves him off that puck. Puck now back into the Kent State zone. Miller picks this up at the blue line, but that'll be an offsides call there. So they'll blow this play dead with 9:27 left to play in the first period.
I think we've talked about it a couple times. You don't want to get complacent now with a 1-goal lead. We talked about responses last night for the D3 game. You want to have another response. You want to get another goal as well. So keep pushing for the Flashes here. And like I've said, they've been the better team so far this game. So you want to keep that up. You don't want to start playing more defensively because, as I say, no lead is safe in sports, in my opinion. So that's my mentality going into it. So
absolutely. Puck bouncing around now for a little bit. Burkett going to play it along the boards for the Crimson Hawks here. Shove it along the boards. The Flashes turn over there. Good chance there. And they score. And the Red Crimson Hawks tie this one up here just seconds after the Flashes' goal, making the score 1-1 with 9:02 left to play in the first period. That goal coming off the stick of number 25, Jace Rierick. He just picked his corner, and he didn't miss.
Tough giveaway there from the Flashes, just in a capitalization. We talked about with that power play chance that the Flashes gotten scored on. If IUP can do the exact same thing, get something out of nothing, we've mentioned it a couple times now, and that goal was just that, something out of nothing, a fantastic shot. as well. So not much Weiss can do there, but a tough break for the Flashes. But you got to, again, with responses, you got to respond to that, get the next goal.
And a little bit, I was saying earlier about when teams like IUP give you a power play, you have to capitalize. It
If
almost
you
goes
give
to
them
yes,
those opportunities,
yes.
they're also going to capitalize.
Have to limit it those mistakes against a good team because they will make you pay.
100%.
So we see it there, but still plenty of time left in this one. 8:48 left to play in the first period. Flashes, let's see how they respond here. Off the face-off there, McGuffin wins it, going to just play it along the glass here. Going up the ice here, nice shot by Sanchez to win that puck. He's skating in with some speed. Centering pass there, looking for Parker. Just can't connect on that pass. Sanchez now tied up along the boards. He lays a reverse hit there. Sanchez skating like a cannonball here. Knocking guys all over the ice. McGuffin, top of the point. Shot goes wide there. Picked up now by Adams. He's going to play one up into the Kent State zone. Weiss way out of his net to play this puck. Going to play it back for McGuffin. McGuffin going to turn and change direction here. He's going to play a pass back to Odd Sturchill. Odd Sturchill's going to chip one up the boards for Hale. Hale trying to battle for control here. Crimson Hawks playing tough here. Now picked up by IUP. IUP turning, looking for a centering pass there. Can't connect on that one. Now here come the Flashes the other way. Brady Hall leads the charge here. Across the red line. He's in the offensive zone here. Nice move there by Odd Sturchill. Picked up again by Hall. Hall with the shot there, deflected just wide of the net there. Hale picks this one up. Finds Bryson Miller behind the net. Shot there in the blue paint. Halpert just going to cover this one up with danger looming. We're going to stoppage and play, keeping this puck in the IUP zone. Looks like Crimson Hawks going to skate off here, get a line change off that last cover. Face off going to be drawn up to the left of Connor Halpert. Puck down now. One back to the Flashes for a split second as Hale picks up possession. Stepping up is Falkowski. Puck deflected out in front. Saved there by Halpert. Puck clears the zone now. Flash is going to have to regroup. Falkowski now. He's going to play Kolpin in the neutral zone. Kolpin dancing with the puck here. He avoids a hit there for a split second right in front of the IUP bench here. Puck tied up now in front of the bench. Soy picks it up. He connects on the pass to Rierick, and he's got some space to work with. Crossing centering attempt there. Nice defensive effort there by the Flashes. Miller getting back on the back check there, saving a potential goal for the Flashes, and now they're going to look to move the other way. Here comes Hale now. Hale going to try a shot. Halpert makes the initial save. Rebound can't be controlled, however. Flash is battling hard here, looking for control. Loza going to play one up. He's going to find the stick of his man, Turchik. Turchik's shot attempt going to go up and off the ceiling, out of play, and we'll get another stoppage in play here. 6:57 left to play in the first.
Seeing a lot of physicality so far.
Yeah.
We obviously had the penalty and then big hit just seconds ago as well. So, like I said, the late hit for the penalty, that's out of frustration. But, like I said, the Flashes it seems like they've gotten under the skin only in the first period of this IUP team and capitalize that. Make them make dumb decisions, dumb penalties, because you're 1 from 1 on the power play right now. So if you can capitalize on simple mistakes that you get chances for, that seems like a good way that the Flashes can get on the board here.
Absolutely, Fisher. Kataya now tries a centering pass. Nobody home for him. Kaibas now going to pick this one up in the offensive zone. He's going to find Jardine down low. Stick in the lane there. Nice job there by the IUP defense here. Flash is still threatening, however. Kataya, Kaibas both skating hard for this puck. Kataya going to chip it up along to Jardine. Back to the top of the point. Shot there by Avellino. Halpert trying to control that rebound. Dive into the ice there. He'll just settle that one down. We're going to now stoppage and play. And now Kataya gets put in a chokehold there by Rierick. And I don't know what he's so upset for, but the Flashes won't play that. Jardine's sticking up for his man. A little pile here brewing in front of the boards here. And Jardine's not scared of a little action here. No call there from the refs. No interest in breaking it up either. Kataya just getting grabbed from behind, and nobody wants to do anything about it.
Like I've said, it almost, because there's no reason to do that. Kataya gets in front of the net, nearly gets a deflection, good save, doesn't even poke for the puck after or anything. So, make them make dumb decisions is what I'm saying, because no need for the IUP player to put Nick Kataya in a chokehold there.
Absolutely.
And, if this is a different ref, that's a power play.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
we've seen him call the games tight,
Yes.
and then we see him let him play a little bit.
Exactly. So capitalize on just the frustration.
Tied up off the draw. Both teams battling for possession. Bianca not giving up. He's going to pass right in the blue paint there. Picked up by Avellino. Over to Bianca now. Bianca going to try a centering pass there. Deflected up and around behind the boards here. Avellino going to play one down low. Looking for Norton to win this puck. Stepping up in the play from the blue line is Kyle Holmes. Flashes pick this one up once again. Holmes going to try a pass there, looking for Biancan again. Can't connect on that pass there. Flash is skating hard here. Norton picks this puck up. He's going to look for an option, just going to chip one over to Creighton. Creighton get a shy shot just wide of the net there. Holmes at the blue line, going to play one down low for Avellino. Flash is sustaining some pressure here. Avellino finds the puck once again in the offensive zone. Behind the net now, going to switch directions here. Going to play it over to Creighton. Creighton going to step up in the play a little bit. Plays it down low for Biancan. Centering pass, they're looking for Norton. Oh, cross-ice pass there. Just can't connect on that one for the Flashes. Look like a good chance from up here, Fisher. That play going to be a little offside, so we'll get a whistle there. 5:21. Score is tied here in this first period.
I like that patience there to not shoot the puck immediately and try and find that backdoor pass.
Yeah.
Shame it couldn't work, but once again, I like the zone time you're getting. You've seen dump passes get in, and then immediately the Flashes are in the zone forechecking. So I've loved personally what I've seen from this Flashes team in the first period.
Absolutely. Doing all the little things and winning those little battles there, it's crucial. They have to win all the battles in a game like this. All the little things that maybe don't get noticed on the stat sheet there, those are the things that make a difference in these type of games. IUP player takes a tumble to the ice there. And now here come the Flashes going the other way with some speed. Hall just going to play one over to Sanchez. Sanchez going to try a dump pass there. Miller going to step up in the play. That puck rolled off sides there. We'll get another whistle here, another stoppage in play, and another offside whistle. 4:57 to play in this first period. Face off on the left dot just outside the IUP zone here. Flash is going to get a fresh line on the ice here. It's going to be that Kataya, Kaibas, and Jardine line on the ice for the Flashes. Puck down now. IUP with possession. Zach Soy now. He's going to just float one into the neutral zone. Picked up there by Harvey. Harvey going to try a shot. That goes wide there. Picked up now by Kaibas in his own zone. Kaibas beats one defender. He finds Kataya now. Kataya with some speed. Puck on a string. Kataya going to try a centering pass looking for Kaibas. Kaibas was tied up behind the play there. Now Miola skating it in for the Crimson Hawks. He's going to go cross ice here looking for his man to win it. Nothing there for the Crimson Hawks initially here. They are still in the offensive zone, however. Puck is being battled for in the corner boards here. Shot there. Wise finds that one through some traffic, and he'll just cover that one up. We'll get a stoppage in play, keeping this puck in the Kent State zone here. Let's see, it looks like they're going to draw this face-off up to the left of Matthew Weiss here. Kataya at the dot, and his opponent is Loza. One back by Kataya for a split second there. Loses control of that one for just a moment. Big hit there out on open ice. Kaibas just ran a man over. What a play by him. Love to see that from him. We know he can score, but tapping into the other side of his game there that people don't know he's got.
100%. And that's another thing I wanted to highlight with that line earlier is, you've got everyone can do every kind of thing. Kataya, obviously, the very skilled, goal-scoring player. And then Kaibas, like you said, a little bit of everything, a little bit of physicality and creativity as well.
Oh, it looks like we're going to get a whistle here. A big collision in front of the Flashes bench here as Kataya goes down. It looks like we're going to get a penalty call here, and let's see what's going to go down here. Let's see, it looks like they're going to send number 25, Jace Rearick, to the box here. Halpert out of his net, not happy about that call, yelling to his coach on the bench. Halpert yelling, it's a power play. But it doesn't look that way. It looks like, it looks like Kataya going to the box. So it looks like we're going to get even penalties here. Refs having a little discussion in front of the scorers table here. Looks like we're going to get some 4-on-4 action, which we've seen it from the Flashes time and time again. They've got the speed to be successful in 4-on-4 hockey.
And 100% with how fast-paced this game has been, the extra space on the ice, it'll be very interesting to see. Unfortunately, though, Nick Kataya being in the penalty box for this is definitely a negative for it. But
let's see here. Puck down now, one back by the Flashes. Holmes now with possession, going to play it over to Creighton. Creighton going to hit the red line, go cross ice here for Norton. Norton going down low for Creighton. Just can't control that one on his stick out in front of the net there, Halpert. Slowed down by the Crimson Hawks now, and they're going to really slow this one down, pump the brakes. Lowe's are going to collect here, play one over to Soy. Crimson Hawks now looking to break out of their own zone, set something up here, players in position. Now they're going up the ice now. Hit the red line and dump it in deep. Loza, first man of that puck, but he's instantly met there by Kyle Holmes. And with some space is J.J. Creighton. He's going to use that space here. Crimson Hawks on the retreat. Flashes on the attack. Creighton now. He's in a toe drag here. Gets in front of the net here. Creighton going for the wraparound attempt just wide of the net there. Good look from him. Centering pass there. Norn at the blue line. Going to just control it for a split second here. He's just going to leave one over for Biankin. Biankin. He's going to turn and let a shot go. Puck loose out front. Saved there by Halpert. Crimson Hawks now going the other way. Connecting pass here. And now here comes Molloy. One-on-one chance. What a save by Matthew Weiss. Flashing the leather with the glove. And he robbed Molloy there on that save. We got a little pile behind the net of Matthew Weiss. A little punch there from the ground from the IUP. This game is chippy already in this first period.
Very chippy. And what a save by
What
Weiss.
a save by Matthew Weiss is understatement.
The patience, just waiting for the IUP player to make a move and just staring him down, making the big glove save. Fantastic save.
Those are the saves that define a game. Those are the saves that
100%.
make or break a game. And for Matthew Weiss, that was his best tonight. It looks like we're going to get a Flashes player drawn to the – oh, two players here. Looks like number 24, Maddox Rearick. He's going to join his brother in the box.
How fitting.
Flashes didn't quite catch who went in the box there for the Golden Flashes. But nonetheless, another two players, one from each team in the box now. So now we'll have still some 4-on-4 action, it looks like here. The two players, each in the box for both teams. Refs still having a little discussion here, just making sure everybody's on the same page. Looks like we're going to get some extended 4-on-4 hockey action here. And with 2:41 left to play, looks like it's going to be almost to just about the rest of the period here. So we'll see how this next almost 3 minutes shapes up here. Refs still having a discussion, talking it over with Matthew Loza of the Crimson Hawks. He's just looking to get some explanation from the refs. It looks like both sides have settled their differences. Looks like now this puck is going to be moving into the Kent State zone here. Let's see now. It looks like they're going to draw this faceoff up to the right of Matthew Weiss this time. And just want to highlight one more time that last save by Matthew Weiss.
Save.
Just unbelievable. Puck down now. One back to the Crimson Hawks here. 4-on-4 action here. Molloy now. He's got some space here. He's going to float a pass over to Schwelzer. Saved there by Matthew Weiss. Deflected. Off the rebound. Picked up by Sealing. Sealing turning away from some pressure here. We know he's got some wheels from the blue line. He can really step up in the play and make something happen. Now, good pass there. Jardine skating hard here. Shot there. Pad save there by Halpert. Picked up now by Sealing. He steps up in the play. Low shot there. Another pad save there by Halpert. Point blank there. Good look for Sealing. Falkowski at the blue line. Plays one down low for Jardine. Jardine going to shovel pass out front. What a save there by Halpert. Pushed across his crease there, and he robs Avellino. What a save there by Connor Halpert.
Big save there, but the Flashes showing that ability to get into the offensive zone is, like I've said plenty of times, fantastic. You know, really good save. Dare I say, matching Weiss.
Yeah.
On the other side.
Trading saves.
Yeah.
This face-off will draw up to the left of Halpert here on this next draw. Puck down now, one back by Biankin. Soy picked that puck up. Now Burkett going to play it back to Soy. Soy trying to turn away from Bianca. Bianca shadowing him there. Centering pass. Kaibas picks it up. Connecting on that pass. Kaibas tries a cross-ice pass. Can't connect there with McGuffin. Crimson Hawks breaking out the other way. A little too far for Miller now. Flashes regain control. Shipped into the neutral zone. Out of the box. Here comes Nick Kataya. Kaibas picks it up and sends it deep into the Crimson Hawks zone. First man back is Soy. Kataya with the pressure here. Rearick out of the box. McGuffin centering pass for Kaibas. Floater there. Gloved away by Halpert. Big hit there by Kataya. Fresh out of the box along the far boards. Miller skating hard for this puck. Now Odd Sturcher with possession. Going to turn. Play it back into his own zone for McGuffin. McGuffin cross-ice pass for Kataya. Kataya skates in on sides here. Can't connect on that pass. And now here comes Rearick the other way. Rearick going to try to do it himself. Nice stick work there by the Flashes defense. Rearick still with possession of the puck, however. Centering pass there. Can't connect on that one. IUP now turns that one over. Kataya going to play one up to Hall. 2-on-2 chance here. Hall to Kataya, just wide of the net there for Nick Kataya. Good look from him. Nice chance from him and Hall there. Now here comes Crimson Hawks racing the other way. 40 seconds left to play. Shot there from the top of the point, saved there by Matthew Weiss. He'll just control that one. We'll get a stoppage. 41.4 left to play in the first period.
I love the idea from Kataya going back against the grain on that one-time opportunity, just wide.
Ref's going to bring this one to the left dot in the Kent State zone here. Just seconds left to play in this first period. Tied up off the draw, pile of players here. Squeaks out behind the net of Weiss. First man to that puck is Adrian Sanchez. Sanchez tries to clear it for Sights. Nice hit there by Brady Hall along the boards. He lays Sights out. Good job by him. We know he can lay some guys out. Puck trickles out to Hall now. He's trying to skate for that one. No call there. Schwelzer now, he's going to play a pass up. He connects with his man, Tuchik now. Going to skate it in. Flashes now. Clear the zone. Here come the flashes. Puck bouncing around the neutral zone. Both teams' benches are energized in this one. Chance here for the Crimson Hawks. Wide of the net there. With time about to expire here, Flash is going to float this into the neutral zone, and that will take us to the end of what been an absolutely crazy first period, making the score 1-1 here with a tie. And Fisher, what do you like from the Flashes so far in this game?
I like everything about it, honestly. The only thing that caused them to concede a goal there was just a bad giveaway, and like you said, IUP is going to take that chance every single time. But I like everything I've seen from the Flashes, the forechecking, the defensive play. It has all been very good. It's just the finishing touches of everything have been just a little off.
Absolutely. We knew IUP coming to this one is going to be a tough opponent. So I like the Flashes just kind of matching them, you know, stride for stride, physicality for physicality, shot for shot, save for save even there at the end. The Flashes have been there step for step with IUP, showing they can hang and showing that they are not going away easy in this one. Before we send it to an intermission, we're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Jordan Hiles, and she's going to be standing by with number 27, Nick Kataya. You unmuted yourself. Oh, wait, you want to be unmuted?
Tough, you know, they're a chippy team. Just got to kind of play our game, you know, put the pucks in the net and, you know, still play physical at the same time.
Yeah. As the captain, how are you heading into the locker room, getting your boys riled up for the next two?
You know, we just got to, you know, stick to our game, like I said. You know, I think we could do a better job crashing that. He's giving up some rebounds, you know. He's a big boy there, so I think we can bang a couple home.
All right, perfect. Back to you, Alex. Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to kick off this second period. Score in this one tied 1-1 going into the second here. Hard fought, tight checking first period there. A little bit of everything in that one. Some great saves, some great shots, a little bit of physicality in between the plays here. So this game's had a lot to offer so far here early. So interested to see how this second period will shake out. What do the Flashes got to do here, Fisher, to retake the lead in this one?
I think just play the way you did. I think,
Yeah.
like I said before intermission, I thought they've been very good today. The pacing of their play has been very strong. Their forecheck, I think just more of the same, and then try and get more shooting opportunities, throw more pucks on net, and I think you'll get another.
Absolutely. Like you said, Fisher, I think the Flashes have a lot to like, after that first period. So, keep that same recipe for success and, keep turning those wheels, and eventually something will fall your way.
Exactly.
So starting lines on the ice now for both teams here as we get ready to kick off this second period. Ref here getting ready to drop this puck now. Players banging the sticks against the benches. Means it's almost time for some hockey here. Puck is down in the second period underway as the Flashes come out with possession here and look to go back to work. In the second period, is Norton just going to send one in deep into the IUP zone. Slap shot from the point there, blocked off the stick of Creighton. Avellino picks this puck up. Backhanded chance there, looking for the center. Bianca tries a tough angle shot, goes wide of the net there. Good look from him. Out of the zone now, into the neutral zone. Bianca skates it in now. Flashes right back to work here. Bianca steps up. Saved there by Halpert, and Halpert going to cover this one. Little pile after the whistle there. Nothing will come of that one. First stoppage of the period, just 30 seconds in. Like it here early from the Flashes. I know we're only 30 seconds in, but had the puck the whole time. Had the good shot opportunities here, had possession.
Now you get an offensive zone faceoff and
Yeah.
try and build off that.
Absolutely. Just keep stacking the shots, keep stacking the faceoffs, and something will fall. Puck down now, left dot here, one back to the Crimson Hawks here. Clearing attempt, no good for the Crimson Hawks. Biancan skates in. He's going to try a backhanded chance. Puck bouncing around there. Initial save made by Halpert. Good hit there by Liam Norton in the neutral zone here. Just flattened his man. Kent State bench fired up about that one. Cross-ice pass. Avellino skates in now. Avellino tries a shot just wide of the net there. Rings all the way around the boards and out of the offensive zone. Flashes bringing it here early in this second period. Back in the offensive zone. Once again, Kataya, one-timer chance there. Wide of the net there. Falkowski can't keep that one in. Now Crimson Hawks racing the other way. Sealing picks up a man there. Blocked by him out in front. Nice job by him, giving up the body. Adams can't keep that one in. Crimson Hawks forced to retreat back to their own zone. Flash is keeping the pressure on, however. Puck bouncing around. Malloy skates it in now for the Crimson Hawks. Nice job by Sealing, using the stick to break up that cross-ice pass. He was looking for Adams. Nothing there for IUP. Jardine ties it up, and now Kaibas going to pick it up. Kaibas skates in. He tries to beat a man. Tries to make that move. Jardine picks it up. Puck bouncing around the center ice here. Kataya turns and lets a shot go. Wide of the net there. Back to the stick of Kataya. He finds it again through some traffic. Back to Jardine. One-timer. Kataya's shot blocked. Kataya finding the puck again here. Good shift from him. As that puck bounces out of the IUP zone now into the neutral zone. They go the other way. Here comes Adams now. Adams, he's going to try a shot. Blocked out in front there by Odd Sturchel. Nice job by him. Now picked up by Malloy. Malloy, step for step. Kataya's with him. Kaibas just going to flip that one into the neutral zone. And Kataya picks it up now. And here comes Kataya racing with some speed. His shot off the stick there of Halpert. Crimson Hawks can't clear here. And now they skate out of the zone. Here comes Malloy now. He's going to try his chance at it here. Out of his net is Weiss. He's going to play this one over to his man, McGuffin. McGuffin rifles one off the boards and through the neutral zone. Flash is racing hard for this puck. Hall's with them. Waved off the ice in there. Or no, it does not. Looked like he was there step for step there. A little bit of a late whistle. But we'll get an icing call. It's going to come right back to the Kent State zone. 17-18 left to play in this second period.
I would like to highlight Nick Kataya on his last shift. Like you said, a great shift. We talk so much about his offensive game and the goals he scores and the plays he makes. The defensive work on the back check to win that puck back, poke it away, and then nearly start another rush for the Flashes. It's just fantastic work, and I thought I wanted to highlight that.
Crimson Hawks off the draw. Try a shot wide of the net there of Weiss. Parker picks this one up. He tries a pass for Sanchez. Parker takes a tumble. Sanchez takes a tumble in front of the Kent State bench there. Little collision there. Now Crimson Hawks looking to get going in the offensive zone. Dumped in deep. Weiss out behind his net here. Just going to backhand it pass there to Falkowski. Placed up the boards for Sanchez. Sanchez gets taken down there to the ice. Still able to get that pass off. We're going to get a penalty call here, it looks like. Or no, a hand pass, excuse me. No call there on the penalty there. I was going to say there, didn't see anything there. I was wondering why the whistle, but ref signaled for the hand pass there. Tough to see there with all the bodies in front of the bench here from our angle. Crimson Hawks getting a fresh line out there. Kent State looks like they're going to do the same. Face off in the right dot in the neutral zone here on the Kent State side. Puck down now. Crimson Hawks with possession. Burkett with the first touch. He gets it into the zone here. Harvey now battling hard for this puck. He's got Gray with him. Shot there. Weiss just sticks that one away from danger. Chipped up. Falkowski off the back there of Miller. Now here comes Hale. Hale's got some room to skate here, and he's going to take it. He gets in the offensive zone, tries to move to get around his man. Just can't beat Burkett. Puck all the way back into the Kent State zone. And there's the whistle, and we'll get an icing call. Puck will be heading down back to the IUP zone. Flash is going to get another line change here. Keep the guys rotating in, keep those fresh legs on the ice. Ref's going to draw this one up to the right of Connor Halpert. Whistle down, puck down. Flashes win it. Shot there from top of the point, deflected out front. Halpert makes the initial save. Puck bouncing around a little bit. Avellino had it for a split second. He's got the puck taken off his stick. Another shot from the top of the point, deflected out in front. Avellino, tough angle shot there, looking for the pass. Nothing there. Flashes still maintain possession. Creighton going to make a move. He's going to step up, let one go. Off the pad there of Halpert. Norton now at the top of the blue line. He's going to let one go. Shot gloved up there by Halpert, and he'll hold that one. We'll get another stoppage in play. IUP going to use this as a chance to get a fresh line on the ice.
Once again, great zone time there for the Flashes.
Yep.
Couple good shots, couple good saves from Halpert. I like what I'm seeing so far in the first 4 or so minutes of this period. Once again, it's just those finishing touches, the shots, all that stuff can just be a little bit better for the Flashes.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like they picked up right where they left off at that end of that first period. Picked up by Creighton. He's going to play it down low, looking for Norton to win this one. Holmes steps up in the play. He's trying to feed it to Norton. Holmes now, he tries a shot, gets deflected off of his stick there as he went for that shot. We'll get another face-off here as Halpert just going to cover up once again. Norton getting pushed around there in front of Halpert once again by every IUP player. He likes to be in there. He likes to be in the crease after the whistle. It's part of his game.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he does it well.
Unless, like, you cross-check someone.
Yeah,
or
no.
like that. But, like, what he does, it's like, there's nothing wrong with
Just
it.
skating through.
Trying to get under people's skin. You know?
Yeah. Love it. One back to the Flashes. Holmes goes tape to tape with Creighton. Back to Holmes. His shot deflected out in front. Still deep into the IUP zone, however. Crimson Hawks going to clear here. Now they're going to look to get going the other way here. Chipped across. Holmes skating hard back for this one. Flashes with possession. He's on the stick of Creighton here. He's going to just slow this one down. He's going to connect on a pass to Norton. Nice move by him. Norton going to play one over to his man, Avellino. Avellino looking for Biankin. Just can't connect on that pass. Puck just squeaks out of the zone. Flashes, quick regroup here. Dump it in deep. Flashes going for the line change. So Crimson Hawks going to have a minute here to regroup, take their time, and see if they can set something up. Instead, they go for the home run pass here. Can't connect on that one, and the Flashes will take that. Jardine going to play one into Kaibas. Kaibas going cross ice, looking for Kataya. Kataya skating around, looking to make some space here. He can't connect on that pass down low. No. Crimson Hawks racing the other way. Miller with the puck on his stick. He goes for a cross ice pass. Nothing there for him. Nice job by the Flashes defense there on Sturchill. Going to play it up to Jardine. Jardine looking to make a move. He's going to chip one back to Kaibas. Kaibas lets a shot go. Gloved up there by Halpert once again. We'll get another stoppage in the IUP zone.
I love it when the Flashes just throw it on the net, try and make some stuff happen. And just right there, you get an offensive zone faceoff, and it seems like every faceoff in the offensive zone for the Flashes, they've won.
Yeah.
So keep that up, and then once again, establish that zone, and then put pucks on net.
It's a good recipe for success. That is for sure. Puck at the left dot here. Puck is down, tied up off the draw for a split second. IUP comes out with possession, swung around the boards to Adams. He can't control it, so Falkowski gets the red line and just going to send it back in deep. Help it out behind his own net to slow it down. Now breaking out of their own zone, here comes IUP. Adams racing hard for this puck here. He looks over his shoulder as Falkowski's there with him step for step. IUP looking to set up some zone time, but they can't. Now here comes Kaibas. 2-on-1 chance here. Foreman for the Flashes. Kaibas dumps it to Jardine. Back to Kaibas. He shoots and he scores! Tape to tape. Jardine and Kaibas lights the lamp, making the score 2-1 with 13:57 left to play in the second period, and the Flashes punch back.
We've seen it so often with the Flashes in this game. 2-on-1 opportunities, odd man rushes, and it's just, like I've said, the finishing product is not there. That was perfect from the Flashes, and Kaibas sets up the play, gets it right back, and snipes it home. What a play for the Flashes, finally executing on the 2-on-1 chance that they've gotten so many of this game.
Yeah, that's Hockey 101 right there. They need to put that in a training video. That was just beautiful. Great play by those guys, giving the Flashes the lead. Flashes looking to go right back to work here. Weiss out of his crease. Play that puck and slow it down. Sanchez going to chip it through the neutral zone here. Looking for Hall to win that one. Instead, it's going to be picked up there for a split second by Parker. Now they go back up the ice here. Sanchez tries cross-ice pass here for Hall. Hall going to play it back down low for Sanchez. Can't connect there. Puck bouncing around the neutral zone now, and here come the Crimson Hawks here. Skating hard in. Backhanded chance are wide of the net there of Weiss here. Puck loose along the boards here. Flashes battling hard to get this one out of the zone, and they do. Sanchez going to work here, skating hard for this puck to wave off the icing. No call there, and big hit there behind the net by Sanchez. Just sits his man down, skating with some speed there. Sanchez wreaking havoc there. As this puck back deep into the Kent State zone here. Miller, first man back to that puck. Miller picks it up, and he's going to go back to his line mate, Odd Sturchill. Odd Sturchill just going to dance around behind the net for a split second, looking for an option. He's going to find Liam Norton. Norton's going to connect center ice there with Biancan and skated in by Avellino. Avellino going to try to make a move there, skates back to Norton here, giving him some help. Biancan down low in this play. He's going to skate back towards the blue line. Biancan turns, try to reverse the ice here. Avellino, centering pass there for Norton, just can't connect on that one. Good look there from Avellino. Flashes can't keep it at the blue line, so they will have to regroup. But quickly back in the offensive zone. Here come the Flashes once again. Biancan skating hard behind the net here. He gets this puck down low. Avellino there to give him some help, as well as Norton. Norton now picks this puck up in the corner. Going to chip it to Biancan. He tries a centering pass off the back of the net there of Halpert. Crimson Hawks try to play it there, but they will play it up against the ceiling. So we'll get a stoppage in play here with 12:07 left to play in the second period. Flash has been dominant in this second period so far.
I think you can extend that and say the whole game,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think they have played very well, came in with a game plan of playing fast, playing on the front foot, forward checking hard. Just like I say, and like I said earlier, right before IUP scored, I never feel like a 1-goal lead is enough. Dare I say a 2-goal lead isn't enough. So you'd like to see the Flashes once again send another punch at this IUP team.
Yeah, it's never enough against a good team like this. They got to keep the gas on the brake. As Kaibas going to skate in with the shot. He's already got one tonight. His shot wide of the net there. As that line's back out there again, looking to go back to work, coming off that last goal. Puck shot and deflected out of play. So we'll get a stoppage, keeping this puck in the IUP zone. 11:45 left to play in the second period. And as you were saying, Fisher, Flash is playing great this whole game, not just the second period, but it seems like they're just a step ahead of the Crimson Hawks right now. Everything they're doing, they're winning those battles in the corners. They're dumping, chasing the puck, and they're getting to the puck first and setting up the shot. It's been a great game to watch from the Flashes.
100%. And also, it's been shown multiple times that they've been able to get under the skin of the Crimson Hawks as well. So I think this has been a perfectly executed game from the Flashes.
Now IUP breaking out of their zone off that last face-off here. Miller with the possession of the puck. Good stick work there by Kyle Holmes, shutting down that rush. He's just going to flip one up, looking for Kaibas to win it. Seitz beats him there, however. Seitz going to turn away from Kaibas. Seitz now going to play one up the boards. He's looking for his man. Now here comes Rurick. Rurick trying to skate in with some speed. He can't connect as he takes a tumble. It looks like they're actually going to give him a penalty here. Looks like Looks like Kataya going to the box once again. Kataya not happy with that call at all. He's going to go sit for 2 minutes. Still talking to the ref here, showing his displeasure for that call, we'll say.
It's important to kill this penalty off. This is the first power play for this IUP team, and Flashes are 1-for-1 on their power plays.
Yeah.
Just, once again, stay disciplined, you know, be in the right spots, kill the penalty.
Yeah, Flashes, so far this year, very, very consistent and strong on the penalty kill this year. We've seen them even get a couple shorthanded goals. They have a good penalty kill. They just have to keep executing here. And let's see what they can do on the penalty kill for the first time tonight here tonight. IUP looking to strike back on the power play. And immediately off that, here comes Sanchez. He's off to the races here. Just can't beat that rush there. Red Hawks back in the offensive zone quickly now. Sanchez tried to get it going the other way. Skating in now. Rear toe drag shot there. Wide of the net. The puck bouncing down low on front. Off the side of the cage there. Crisis averted there for the Flashes as Rearick with possession now. Rearick goes to the top of the blue line. He's looking to change position to the ice here. His shot deflected up. Not out of play yet. Just off the top of the boards. He gets his own rebound here. He's going to dump one down to Miller. Go back up top to Rearick. He's going to play one over. That shot wide of the net there. Off the stick of Malloy. Picked up now once again by Rearick. Rearick going to try it again. Going same side here. Get this puck down low. He's going to go back up top for Tuchik. Tuchik now looking for possession. Going back down low to Rearick. Flash is looking to clear here. Rearick's going to play it to his brother here. Top point going cross ice for Malloy. Malloy back center ice here for Rearick. Toe drag there. His shot deflected and kicked away and out of the zone by Nick Falkowski. Flashes kill off this penalty there. 50 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Flashes. They clear that chance there for the Crimson Hawks. Miller now down low looking for that centering pass. One-timer there. Initial save there made by Matthew Weiss. Good save by him. Crimson Hawks still threatening. Adams picks this puck up. He's going to go drop one pass for Johnston. Flash is skating hard for this one. Now with some space is Jardine. He's just going to take it and send it the length of the ice. Crimson Hawks going to have to fully regroup here as the Flashes get a fresh line of penalty killers out there. 20 seconds left on this penalty for the Flashes. Potentially one more rush up the ice for the Crimson Hawks. As Adams going to lead this rush for IUP. He's into the offensive zone. He's got some speed built up. He's going to pump the brakes here. Adams goes up top to Soy. Soy top of the blue line. Goes cross right there, looking for Rear to win that one. Centering pass for Adams. Shot saved by Weiss there, bouncing around out in front of him. Kataya out of the box. Flashes kill off the penalty. 2-on-1 here brewing. Bianca and Kataya. Bianca tries a shot. Saved there by Halpert. We'll get a whistle there. 9:06 left to play, and just an excellent job on the penalty kill once again by the Flashes.
A fantastic job by the penalty kill. Being in the right spot at the right time.
Yep.
Blocking off passing lanes. Perfect kill there. And I was almost going to comment on it. Watch Kataya coming out of the box there. 2-on-1 chance.
Yeah.
Biancan shooting it himself, which I'm fine with. But I was going to highlight it of just, Kataya. He's obviously got the hot hand for this Flashes team. Him coming out of the box, potential breakaway opportunity. Didn't happen, but once again, still a good chance for Cole Biancan.
Absolutely. As Kai Boss now picks this puck up, centering pass there. Was wide of the net there of Halpert. Kataya now fresh out of the box with the puck on his stick. He's going to go up top looking for Odd Sturchill. He's going to just chip one down low. Kai Boss picks this puck up. Kai Boss back up top to Odd Sturchill. One-timer chance there, just wide of the net there. Bounces around the net. Now IUP going to break out of their own zone here. They get the red line. They are in the offensive zone here. Flashes back on the back check. Jardine with room to skate here, and Jardine, he's got wheels. He's going to try to get some space here. Hits the red line, goes cross ice there. Dumps it in the opposite corner. Looking for his team to go to work. IUP quickly clears that one, but Sealing picks it up at the red line. Chips it in there, offside warning. So Flashes have to regroup. Crimson Hawks just give that one to Sealing this time. Now Norton's going to get the red line, just dump it in deep. Right onto the net of Halpert. Halpert is going to drop to a knee there and save that one. Set something up for his team. This puck now dumped in. Weiss out of his net. It's going to go reverse ice here. Play it to Falkowski. Falkowski finds Jardine, who finds Biancan. Tries to go up the ice for Avellino. Can't connect on that pass. Flashes back in their own zone now. Falkowski behind his own net. A shoveling along behind the net there to McGuffin. McGuffin just going to play it up ice here. Off to the races for this puck. No icing call there as Avellino bringing the pressure. First man of this puck is Hoffman. Hoffman just going to send it the length of the ice here. Flash is skating hard, and we're going to get an icing call here, sending this puck back to the IUP zone with 7:29 left to play in the second period. And going back to that penalty kill from the Flashes, I think that's just something they take pride in. I wanted to comment on that before that last little bit of action. They've taken pride in their penalty kill all year because they've been very, very good on the penalty kill. And so,
very well disciplined on the
Yes.
penalty kill, too. Like I said, blocking off passing lanes. Everyone knows their assignment
Yes.
in the penalty kill. And it shows with how good that was, with minimal chances for IUP
yes.
and a couple of clears as well, and even leading to the end of it with the 2-on-1 chance.
Off the face-off here, shot attempt off the stick of Creighton, deflected. Now IUP coming the other way, shot there. Nice save there with the pad of Matthew Weiss. Making a tough save there. Crimson Hawks forced to clear the zone. Rearick now with possession of the puck here. Upcoming penalty. It's going to be against Kent State Golden Flashes. Halpert goes to the bench here. Flashes just looking to touch this puck up. Tied up along the boards. Malloy takes a big check there from Norton. We'll get the whistle there off the touch from the Flashes as Norton just sat down Chase Malloy. But nonetheless, Flashes sending a player to the penalty box here. Going to have to go right back on the penalty kill. Not really ideal there for the Flashes.
Not what you want to see, but also
Yeah.
you look at the previous penalty kill and how good they were. So,
Absolutely.
double-edged sword there where you've been good on the kill, but also just a looming power play of, what has IUP changed from the 2 or so minutes it's been since the power play.
Right.
So, once again, just got to stay disciplined on the kill, block off passing lanes, and do everything else well, like you said, with the fully committed penalty kill you have.
And as good as they've been on the penalty kill, like we said early in the broadcast, tough to give extra chances to this IUP team. So see if the Flashes can do it again here just moments after that last penalty kill. We got another 2 minutes here looming as number 17, Kyle Holmes, in the box for Kent State. Puck is down now. IUP forces it towards the net of Matthew Weiss. He'll just come out of his crease a little bit and glove that one up. And we'll do it again. Face off once again to the left of Matty Weiss. Puck down now. Crimson Hawks win back possession. Flashes back to work here. Miller is going to go around behind the net here for Rearick. Rearick's going to play it over to his brother here. Top of the blue line. Back down low for his brother. They're going tape to tape here. Malloy cross ice. He tries a shot wide of the net there once again for the Crimson Hawks here. Rearick picks this puck up. He goes cross ice. Finds Malloy again. He's got some space. Another shot there off the pad of Weiss. He sticks the leg out. Nice job by Weiss to control that puck off the rebound there. Kent State player loses his stick there. Sanchez no stick here, and he's tied up along the boards. Flashes, got to stay composed here. Rearick centering pass there down low. Weiss shuts that one down. Miller plays it over to Malloy. Back to Rearick. Nice block there out in front by McGuffin. Using the skate to shut that chance. Another shot there, gloved up by Matty Weiss, and the Flashes stay alive here. Minute 7 left on the penalty for the Flashes. 6:06 left to play in the second period.
So far, this penalty kill has been all Weiss for the Flashes, making
Yes.
save after save, good glove save there. He's been very good tonight.
He's
I feel
dialed
like
in.
we haven't highlighted him enough, mainly because the Flashes have been so dominant offensively. But when called upon, he has been very good tonight.
Puck to the right of Matty Weiss here on this faceoff. Down, tied up off the draw. Sturchill's got Tuchik tied up here. Miller skates out with possession. Miller going to try a centering pass there for Tuchik. Tuchik can't find that puck. Rearick going to try a shot. Nice save there by Matty Weiss once again. IUP still threatening. Chase Malloy here. He's got space to work with. Can just play one down low for Miller. Miller going to try a backhanded chance there. Puck loose out in front of the crease, and Matty Weiss finds that one through a crowd and covers that one up as he sprawls out for that one. A shot by him to pick that puck up. Stayed in the Kent State zone. 45 seconds left on the penalty.
Matthew Weiss looks so calm, yet he is so confident on this penalty kill. I think this has been the main part of his game during this game, of just this penalty kill specifically has really been highlighting how good he's been.
Puck down now. Flashes. Win it back. And now Odd Sturchill going to pick this puck up. He tries to clear a pass, and it hits the ref as the ref is in the way, so he can't get it out. Miller now goes centering pass there. Can't connect with Malloy. Puck comes off the post here, so the ref going to blow this play dead. Tough break there for the Flashes. Odd Sturchill had a wide open lane. Well, what appeared to be a wide open lane to clear the pass there, and there's a referee standing right in the lane. So tough break there for the Flashes, but nonetheless, they're still surviving here.
Yeah. With only 33 seconds left on this penalty kill. Once again, just still important for everyone to stay disciplined, know what their job is, and not let any more chances, because as good as Matthew Weiss has been on this penalty kill.
Shot there, wide of the net there. Rearick picks this puck up, plays it down low for Miller. They go tape to tape, back to Rearick, back to Miller here. Those two playing catch. Back up top for Rearick. Rearick takes a shot wide of the net there. Miller going to turn the tire shot. That goes wide. Rearick picks the puck up. He's going to find Malloy. He's going to play it right back to Rearick. IUP connecting on some passes here. One-time attempt there. Matty Weiss finds that one. Tuchik can't pick it up on the rebound. 3 seconds left on the penalty as that's about to expire. Malloy tries a shot. Pad saved there by Matty Weiss. He regroups once again. Down low, Matty Weiss on the splits here. And he covers that puck up. Matty Weiss. Round of applause for that young man there on that penalty kill. As we got a crowd as Norton's helmet's halfway off. A little disagreement between both teams there, but can't say enough about Matty Weiss on that penalty kill. Absolutely just stone cold.
Just brick wall in net on that penalty kill. Single-handedly, I'd argue, killing that penalty for the Flashes.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get the puck out
Yeah,
at all.
Flashes couldn't clear.
Completely different penalty kill compared to the first one. But Matty Weiss, outstanding.
And it looks like off of that scuffle there, it looks like Owen Tuchik to the box for IUP, and for Kent State, number 18, Liam Norton. Both teams not happy about that call from the refs. The refs trying to control this game and slow it down a little bit before it boils over.
Yeah,
So-
it feels like we haven't talked as much as about how aggressive and chippy this game has been compared to the first period, but it's still been there.
So it looks like we're going to get some 4-on-4 action here for the next 2 minutes. As IUP can't control off the faceoff and forced to retreat into their own zone here. Flashes live for this 4-on-4 hockey. IUP trying to set something up, connecting on a few passes here. Soy going to turn, dump it deep into his zone again. And now for the Crimson Hawks, trying to make a move is Burkett. He can't make a move. Swiping away that puck, was chased in Sealing. And now Sealing trying to get a lane here along the far boards. Skates across the red line. He's in the offensive zone. Sealing just bodying through some defenders here, trying to keep control of this puck. Just loses it for a split second. IUP will regain control here in their own zone. Picked up by Kataya on the turnover. Kataya backhanded chance there. The save by Halper. Kataya, nice job generating that turnover once again. Just can't finish there.
Yeah, once again, just something made out of absolutely nothing for the Flashes, and a good opportunity. These past 5 or so minutes have honestly been all IUP due to the 2 penalties, but also just it's good that the Flashes have those players who can make something out of nothing.
Puck now, the left dot in the IUP zone. Crimson Hawks win possession here momentarily. Creighton steps up in the play and generates a turnover for the Flashes. Biancan trying to turn away from some pressure here. Bombarded by 2 defenders, can't control that one. Puck now rolling into the Kent State zone. First man back to this puck is Avellino. Avellino going to play one over to Holmes. Holmes goes center ice here, finds Biancan. He hits the run line. He's in the blue line. He's in the offensive zone. Biancan, he's going to turn, let a shot go. Saved there by Halper. Can't control the rebound. Puck still loose behind the net here. And IUP just out of desperation going to swipe that one deep into the Kent State zone. Flashes getting a few new guys on the ice here. Creighton still on the ice as well as Holmes. But now joining them is Kataya and Kaibas. Creighton finds Kataya with a nice pass there. He's in the offensive zone. Kataya skates in. He gets down low. Kataya going to try a tough angle shot. Picked up by Kaibas. He goes backhand here. Kaibas looking to get the shot. He can't get a clean shot off. Tough break there for him. Nice save there by Halpert. Desperation save there. Flashes forced to regroup once again. Now here comes Creighton. He's going to take it in the offensive zone, kind of slow it down and just dump it deep in behind the net of Halpert here. Flash is trying to find possession here, but IUP going to pick this puck up instead. And now here comes Miller. Miller going to skate it in for the Crimson Hawks. He goes cross ice. He finds Rearick. He's got an open lane. What a save by Matthew Weiss. Flashing the leather there. He shuts that one down once again. We'll get a face-off in the Kent State zone with 2:53 left to play in the second period.
2 fantastic chances for both teams. You have had Kaibas just not able to settle that puck down. He had basically an open net there. Just puck kept rolling on him. And then once again, Matthew Weiss with an incredible glove save. The patience shown, waiting for staring down his opponent. Just another fantastic save.
So we're back to 5-on-5 hockey here as both of those penalties expire. Centering pass there for Adams. Nice save by Matty Weiss. Rebound kicks away. Left side of the ice there. Now picked up by Bryson Miller. Bryson Miller going to lead the rush for the Flashes. Just going to chip it in, dump it in deep. Halpert picks it up with his stick. He's forced to just cover up as he's got nowhere to go with that puck. So now we'll get a face-off in the IUP zone here. 2:39 left to play in this second period. Flashes offensive zone face-off coming up here. On the right dot at the IUP zone now comes this face-off. Puck is down. Crimson Hawks win that one. First man with possession of that puck. And IUP now going the other way. Weiss out behind his own net here. He's going to play one along the boards there. For McGuffin, Hale going to try to shovel one out off the backhand. Can't get that puck out. Weiss back out behind his net to slow it down for McGuffin. McGuffin now going to go up the boards here. That clearing pass there goes out of play here. So we'll get a whistle here. Stoppage in play. 2:15 now left to play in the second period.
A little chippiness there.
Little after the
between
whistle here.
Johnston,
Hale and Johnston.
Hale and Johnston, they were going at each other.
Yeah, we've seen Hale in there before early in the season, back in that Cincinnati series to open up the season here. Hale, no stranger.
He gave a little slash to the shins of Johnston, but then Johnston retaliating with that. So
It looks like they're both going to the box now. Yeah. Those two earned themselves the ticket to the box. So
they squared up, and I was kind of, not that I hope for fights, but I do love a good hockey fight.
those two, looks like Hale still trying to talk to Johnston in the box here. Johnston not giving him the time of day, but Hale staring him down. Looks like he wants to keep that conversation going. So back to 4-on-4 we go.
Yeah.
And there they go. Now they're going.
Yeah.
Johnson couldn't ignore Hale for too long, and now those two sharing some pleasantries in the box.
Definitely something to look
Nice save there by
at
Matty
for
Weiss
the
off
rest
the
of the
face.
game.
Yeah.
Especially with how chippy this game has been. They still
Oh,
got
look,
it.
Johnson
Here we
standing
go.
up in the box now. He's had enough of Hale's chirping in the box there. Love it from Hale standing his
Outstanding from
ground.
the start of this game. Seems like IUP pretty, I don't want to say easy to get under their skin, but
Let's see. What are we going to get?
it looks like
Johnston getting ejected here? Or is he done for the period?
Maybe Hale too, but
Let's see what's going on here. Johnston skating, helmet off. He is going to the locker room, and so is Jack Hale. Yeah, they're done. Johnston's night's over for IUP. For the Flashes, Jack Hale, his night's over as well. Those two going to the locker room.
now the fan in me wishes, before you eject them,
Yeah.
let them fight. Come on. So, but hey, I mean,
Tough loss there for the Flashes. Hale, impact player.
yes,
Guy that can
definitely.
really score. Tough loss, but got to love him standing his
Yeah.
ground there, not backing down.
100%.
It's got to fire up both benches, you would assume there. Both benches a little fired up after that last. And
It'll be interesting to see if anything comes of that from retaliation in terms of other players
yes,
as well. So definitely something to look at.
and 2:13 left to play in this second period. We're staying 4-on-4 off those initial penalties from those two. It look like their nights are done. Refs trying to explain the situation to both benches here. Coach Nowak for the Flashes doesn't look too pleased with that decision by the referees, but nonetheless, they're trying to change their mind.
I mean, both players are going at it.
Yes.
I mean, it was one of those where if you boot one of them,
Gotta boot both,
other one's
yeah.
most likely going to get the boot too. So it's tough. Like you said, Hale, a great impact player, a very pesty guy.
Yes.
And to lose him, it's always going to be tough, but, it happens.
And it looks like the refs calling for one player from
Yeah,
each
to cover,
bench.
to
Yes.
cover for him for the penalties.
Yes. So for the Flashes, they choose Matthew Parker. Let's see who IUP is going to choose to send over there. It looks like it's going to be number 96, Jacob Gray. So they're going to serve those penalties for their teammates here. As the refs finally sorting this one down, calming everything down.
We've talked about how chippy this game has been.
Yeah.
So not to say it was bound to happen, but once I saw Johnson and Hale kind of go at it, I was like, here we go.
Now face off now to the right of Matty Weiss in the Kent State zone here. Refs still explaining last little bit here to the scorers table. Players itching to get this action. Now they blow the whistle, and now we are ready to go. Puck down now. One back to Rierick of the Crimson Hawks. Soy would put the puck on his stick. The play pass back to Rierick. He's got some space. He steps up and he scores, tying the game. Number 24, Maddox Rierick, had some space to work with, and he puts it in the back of the net. Knotting this one up at 2 apiece with 2:06 left to play in the second period.
It's a shame after how good Weiss has been. But the key, the body's in front. He could not see that puck. And it's always going to be a tough save. He got a piece of it too, but a well-placed shot above the pad, below the glove. Hard to save those. So a tough break for the Flashes, but once again, it's about reactions now. How are you going to punch back after the goal?
Absolutely. Still plenty of time in the second period. 2 minutes left to play. Still going to be 4-on-4 here off those penalties. So see if the Flashes go to work as they get possession off the faceoff. Holmes going to play one up to Creighton. Creighton going to find Avellino. Avellino going to skate in. He shot a shot off the post there for TJ Avellino. Inches away from giving the Flashes the lead back. Holmes with space, goes down low. Center ice pass there. Avellino just can't tap that one home. Had Halpert on his heels. Flashes forced to retreat, going to the back check here. IUP looking to increase their lead. Rierick going centering pass there, trying to find Miller. Nothing there for him. Avellino just removes him from the puck there. Miller going to pick it up now. Holmes working up the ice. He finds Biankin. Biankin skates it in. Biankin tries to dance around a defender. Biankin, tough angle shot there. Saved there by Halpert. Rebound bounces in the favor of the Crimson Hawks here. Now IUP going to set something up, breaking out of their own zone, rushing up the ice. Here comes Rierick. Rierick with the shot there, saved there by Matty Weiss using the blocker. Rebound bouncing around in front. Miller, nice job there. Justin McGuffin giving up the body. Now here comes Avellino, 2-on-2 chancing for the Flashes. He tries to dance around the man, can't control it cleanly. IUP picks up possession once again here. McGuffin thought about stepping up there, but going to let Malloy take this puck here. Crimson Hawks deep in their own zone here. Some fresh skaters on the ice for the Flashes. Kaibas picks it up off the turnover in the goal, and he scores! Cornell Kaibas! Something out of nothing, just forced that turnover and roofs that puck, giving the Flashes the lead back, making the score 3-2 with 40.5 seconds left to play. That gets him his second of the night there. That happened so quick.
Yeah, what a snipe. And similar to the first IUP goal, if we look back at the first period, just something out of nothing. Giveaway and then an absolute snipe from Kaibas. Like you said, second of the night. He has been flying all night, showing the physicality, showing all the creative sides of his game that he has. And that was just a perfect shot. Perfect response by the Flashes.
Absolutely. And now they win possession off the faceoff here. And they're itching to get another one before this buzzer sounds. At the end of this second period, 30 seconds left to play here. 15 seconds on the penalty, so we'll go back to even strength just as this period gets ready to expire. Sealing now breaking out of his own zone. Warriors cross there with Kaibas, but Sealing stays right around him. Sealing pressured by Soy. Loses that puck for a split second. IUP looking to get possession now. Penalties are expired. Players out of the box here. Off the skate there, Matthew Parker. Flashes looking for possession. Kaibas again, he's in there. IUP send it into the Kent State zone, but can't get clean possession here. Flashes pick it up as this timer expires. With the score, 3-2 in favor of the Kent State Golden Flashes. Fisher, what do you think about that second period there from the Flashes?
Once again, I think they have been incredible today. I love what I see. Kaibas, 2 goals. Just once again, another very well-rounded period from the Flashes there.
Absolutely. That was exactly at the end of that second period. That goal by Cornell Kaibas, his second of the game, was absolutely electric. And so before we go to intermission, we're going to send it down to Jordan Hiles, and she's going to be standing by with number 20, Cornell Kaibas, 2 goals on the night.
No, it's okay. You're really tall. Is that him in the background? All right, I'm joined down with Coco, kind of the star of the second period there. 2 scores for you, one in the beginning of the period, other one towards the end. Can you tell me how it feels to get your team back in the lead?
It feels really good. I mean, we had to lead for a little bit, but it came back. But it's awesome feeling to have the.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of physicality tonight. We saw Jack get ejected. How is that for your kind of momentum? I saw the game kind of start to pick up there after that happened.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a battle. We knew they were going to come out hard. So we just got to keep our heads in the game and got to stay focused.
Yeah. Well, perfect, and I'll see you out in the third period. Yep. Back to you, Alex.
Good. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to bring you this third period action with the current score standing 3-2 in favor of the Kent State Golden Flashes. 20 more minutes to decide is what's been a very tight checking game, hard-fought game from both sides. We've seen a little bit of everything. We've seen some penalties here at the end of that second period. Even 2 players ejected as this game spiraling. You know, refs trying to put a stamp on it here, slow it down. Both teams looking to stay composed and battle to the final buzzer here. 20 minutes left to decide this one. Both teams skating out their starting lines for this third period as we get ready to see how this one is going to shape up to end. Players sticks banging against the benches. Third period, all or nothing here. This is it, folks. Puck is down, and we are underway. Let's see how this game wraps up. Flashes win possession. Biancan skating in early. Centering pass for Avellino. Tough save there for Halpert off the face-off there. Biancan still battling hard for this puck. He's battling with Miller. Tries to play one. Sneaky pass there to Norton. Can't control it. Rurick's got possession now. He's going to play it over to Tuchik. Tuchik now skates in. Shot there. Gloved up by Matty Weiss. Easy save from him to start this one. Just 23 seconds into this third period.
I think the Flashes need to stay on that front foot with how fast they're playing, how aggressive they've been. Continue to get more underneath the skin of IUP as well, but also just stay disciplined in the defensive zone. We saw, I'd say last period was more defensive for the Flashes compared to the first period. Still had their offensive moments, the 2 goals from Kaibas, but I think you just need to stay disciplined in your own zone. Don't make any dumb mistakes, all that stuff. Pounce on loose pucks, clear your zone, get offensive chances.
Yeah, keep playing the game the right way, and really the right way is how they've been playing all day. Just got to keep that foot on the gas to the finish line here. Got to finish it off here. Puck down now. One back to the Flashes. J.J. Creighton, first man. Get a stick on that puck. Plays it over to Holmes. Now he's going to play it up towards the Norton. Norton going to try to tie it up for a split second. Try to get the Flashes out of the defensive zone here. He finds Biancan. Plays it to Creighton, just going to shovel one back to Biancan. Now up ice, here is Norton. He's across the blue line into the offensive zone. Centers one for Avellino. His shot just wide of the net there of Halpert. Picked up by Rurick. Rurick going to try to go cross ice here. Can't just connect on that one. He was looking in the direction of Shane Miller. Flashes now back to work in the defensive zone. Miller picks this puck up. Going to flip position to the ice here. Just going to play it over to Schmelzer. Schmelzer's shot attempt goes wide of the net. Circles all the way around the boards. Flashes skate out of their own zone. Now they hit the red line. Now skating in is Sealing. Sealing in the offensive zone. Gets his puck down low. Wrapping around the net. Halpert centering past there. Just can't control that one is Jardine. But picked up by Kataya to the rescue. Kataya plays one down low to Kaibas. He's got 2 here tonight. Jardine centering past there. Looking for Kataya. Just can't connect. Kaibas center of the ice there. He tries a shot. Good stick work there by the defensive IUP. Kaibas had a lane. Kaibas still battling for possession of this puck. He's joined by his buddy Nick Kataya. Kataya skates out with possession. Going to play one over to Jardine. Excuse me, that's Sealing. Sealing skates in, tries to go top shelf there. Can't connect on that one. Falkowski going to swipe it back to Kataya. Kataya going to try a tough angle shot. Just easy save there for Halpert. He going to cover that one up. 18:02 left to play in this third period.
It's the second time this game Kaibas has had a puck roll on him with a golden opportunity. In the second period, it was him trying to shovel it in on the backhand, just couldn't get it to settle. And then right there in the slot, prime opportunity for his hat trick, just couldn't settle the rolling puck. It's so unfortunate for him.
Yeah. He skates hard, he skates fast, and sometimes that puck just doesn't cooperate with him.
He has been fantastic tonight.
Absolutely.
I think he's definitely been one of the players of the game, along with Matty Weiss, who had a fantastic second period.
Absolutely. Puck bouncing around the neutral zone a little bit. Offside warning. Flash is going to have to disperse of the zone here. Solomon going to dump this one in deep for the Crimson Hawks. Puck tied up in the corner here. Flashes sneak out with possession for a brief moment here. We're going to get a whistle here. Let's see what the call is. It looks like the ref just in the net there. Looks like the net came off the post there as the Crimson Hawks tried to go behind the net of Matty Weiss there, so we'll get a stoppage in play for that. This puck will be staying in the Kent State zone, however. Left dot here in the Kent State zone. Puck is down. Pump fake actually by the ref there. Now the puck is down. Here we go. Crimson Hawks with possession. Looking to set something up. IUP down one in this one. Nice job by the Kent State defense here. Skating out with possession. Nice pass there. Now Sanchez turning on the burners. Sanchez going to get this one in deep for the Flashes. Sanchez ties this puck up behind the net of Halpert here. Sanchez skating hard here. Nice job by him, taking on 2-3 IUP players here. Soy trying to pick this puck up. Now Biankin there, giving him the body a little bit here. Flashes battling hard along the boards. IUP skates out with a little bit of space there, and Rierick going to play one up into the offensive zone. Shot there wide of the net of Matty Weiss. Dumped in, sent around the boards by IUP. A few players skating off for a line change here. Flashes looking to control. Picking that puck up for a split second was Avellino. Tuchik skating hard with him. Nice move there by Avellino. Shake off a man. Now Norton with possession. He takes a shot. Gets to be covered up there by Halpert. We'll get another whistle there this time. Puck staying in the IUP zone.
Once again, we're 3:23 into the third period, and I really like the start once again from the Flashes. They've been, I feel like every period it's kind of just been, they push for momentum, they push for that fast start, and I think more of the same for the Flashes. They've been very solid so far.
Bianca at the dot versus Miller. Puck down now, tied up for a split second. Crimson Hawks skate out with possession. Up the boards to Rierick. Rierick going to play it over to his line mate. They're going to send it up the length of the ice through the neutral zone. Flashes calmly under pressure in their own zone with possession. Now here comes Biankin. Biankin, nice move by him, just can't control it. On the other side of that move, and Halpert, no choice but to cover up here. 16:15 left to play in the third period. And there's Norton again getting shoved around by the IUP players as they skate off to their bench. I feel like we've said that a few times here tonight. Face off to the right of Halpert here. Puck down now, one back by Biankin. Shot out of the zone there. Flash is going to have to go the length of the ice deep into their own zone to pick this puck up. Holmes, first man to the puck here. Going to play it to Creighton. Creighton now is trying to build up some speed. He's going to go cross ice here. Connects with Biankin. Biankin skates in. Biankin, tough angle shot there, just behind the net there. Rolled off his stick a little bit. Biankin now trying to change position of the ice, trying to find Avellino. Avellino going to shovel one along the boards to Norton. Norton at the top of the point here. He finds Holm. Holm's going to reverse ice here. Finds the stick of Cole Biankin. Biankin plays it down low to Avellino. Avellino picks his puck up, going to skate towards the blue line. Going to leave one for Creighton as he's going to step up from the blue line. Creighton tries a centering pass there. Nobody there, but it finds Kyle Holmes. Holmes lets a shot go, deflected out in front there. And now Rierick going to break out of his own zone, trying to go cross ice to Tuchik. Tuchik takes a big hit from Holmes there along the far boards. Weiss out behind his net there to play this puck. Creighton going to reverse ice here, going to play it for Norton. Norton just going to dump it deep into the neutral zone. Crimson Hawks forced to retreat here. No icing call there. First man back to that puck is Seitz. Seitz going to play one over to Schmelzer. Schmelzer picking this puck up in the neutral zone once again. He's going to find Malloy. Malloy going to send it now into the offensive zone for IUP. Puck tied up behind the net of Matty Weiss here. Flashes look like they have possession momentarily. Odsturch will try to centering pass there. Nobody home. Flashes can't break out. Malloy tries a shot. Makes its way onto net, deflected just wide of the net there. Dangerous chance there for the Crimson Hawks. Now puck skating all the way back into the IUP zone. Seitz picks this puck up. He tries to go cross ice. Rolls off the stick of Odsturch a little bit and bounces into the Kent State zone there. Tough angle shot off the side iron there. Shot attempt off the rebound. Goes wide. And we're going to get a penalty call up coming here. And that's going to be against the Golden Flashes there. IUP back to the power play. Tough break there once again for the Flashes. Looks like Odsturch grabbed a little bit of jersey there. One of the IUP skaters is going to earn him a trip to the penalty box. Flashes for the third time tonight going on the penalty kill.
2 for 2 on the penalty kill, however.
Yes.
Two very different penalty kills. The first one, just dominant, blocking off passing lanes. The second one, Matty Weiss stood on his head.
Yes.
So you don't want to rely on your goalie.
Yes.
I always think, as good as they can be, as good as Weiss has been tonight, you don't want to have to overly rely on him because we saw shortly after the power play that they tied it up at the time.
Deflected down low out in front. Matty Weiss makes that save point blank. Flashes clear the zone quickly here. Halpert way out behind his net here. Puck takes a weird bounce on him, but he slows it down for Rierick. Rierick looking for an option here. Going to start this rush up for the Crimson Hawks here as they are off to the races. Tuchik now into the offensive zone. He's trying to get this puck deep into the far corner here. He's joined by Miller. Holmes tied up behind the net with the two of them. Puck not moving here. Possession squeaks out. It's going to find the stick of Rierick. He's going to go cross ice for Malloy, who's going to play it right back to Rierick. Rierick going to let his pass go. Pass attempt there. Nice save there by Matty Weiss. That rebound swept away and out of the zone by Cole Biankin. Flash is clear again. Flash is getting a fresh penalty killing line on the ice. Skating in is Miller there. Falkowski there. Meet him at the blue line. IUP getting control here. IUP centering pass. Puck is down low. Picked up by the Flashes, and they send it back into the neutral zone. IUP forced to clear once again. IUP looking to regroup now. Chase Malloy. Puck on his stick. He's just going to let one go to Miller. Miller skates in. Just going to play one back to Malloy, who's going to play it back up top for Adams. Adams going to let a shot go. His shot attempt blocked out in front off the back of McGuffin. Malloy picks it up, plays it down low behind the net. Centering pass there for the Crimson Hawks. They can't control it. Top of the blue line for Rierick. IUP slowing this puck down now. Stalking for their chance. Rierick goes down that dot there. What a save there. Wide of the net there. Matty Weiss loses his stick for a split second, but that puck rolling through the neutral zone and into the IUP zone, so have a chance to pick that one up. Flash is 25 seconds left on the penalty kill. Miller's pass attempt broken up by Sanchez. Now he's going to skate back towards his own zone for a little bit and try to pass deep into the IUP zone, but Miller gets a stick on it to not let it get that far. Now here comes Schmelzer. He's got a lane on the far boards. Takes a nice check there from Sanchez. Flash is trying to clear here as this penalties expire. They clear the zone once again. 5 seconds left on the penalty kill. Soy in the neutral zone. Now stepping out of the box is Odd Sturchill. And out of the box, here he comes. Odd Sturchill with the chance here. One man to beat his shot. Saved by Halpert, and he'll cover this one up. We'll get a stoppage in play. 12-10 left to play in the third period. Another penalty kill by the Flashes.
Exactly, and kind of what I was talking about, where you find that balance of, you can rely on Weiss to make a couple saves, but then also clearing the puck, committing, like you said on the first penalty kill, just the commitment they have to really focus on their penalty kill. Once again shown there, and once again another very solid kill, and no real good chances for IUP either on the power play.
Now Flashes get an offensive zone face-off, and they win the draw. Nice job by Sealing to keep that puck in. Biankin trying to shovel one, did back to Avellino. Biankin picks it up, tough angle shot off the side of the net there. Biankin goes top of the point there. He finds his man, Odd Sturchill, off the rebound, deflected into the glove of Halpert. He'll cover it up again, and we'll get another face-off in the IUP zone. Nice job by the Flashes, sustaining some offensive pressure here, forcing Halpert to cover up and keep getting these offensive zone face-offs. This one going to draw up to the left of Halpert. Oh, ref's not happy where Norton is. Norton pleading his case. Puck down now, one back to Biankin. Top point, Odd Sturchill, his shot deflected out in front. Now he's retreating now. Now Gray, puck rolls on him a little bit. They get that, IUP gets that puck deep into the Kent State zone here. Big collision behind the net of Matty Weiss. Now picked up by Harvey. Harvey batting along the boards there. He's joined by his teammate Filson. IUP trying to set something up here, top of the point. Shot there, shot goes wide there. Good hit there. Cole Biankin sat a man down. Now here he comes now. Biankin skating hard, 2-on-1 chance here. Biankin skates it in, can't center that pass. He's removed from the puck by Seitz. Centering pass there. Now stepping up in the play. One-timer there from McGuffin. Puck down low. Norton tries a shot. Covered up by Halpert. Through some traffic. Nice save by him.
So strong save there from Halpert, finding that puck and then stretching out to make a save. It's a very good save there. But Cole Biankin, great shift from him just now. Hitting a guy, immediately getting another rush, starting the forecheck, leading to another good opportunity. I feel like I can say that about a lot of players tonight with their ability to, they can play in open ice, then just go, turn on the jets. So
puck down now, one back to IUP. Soy with possession. Crimson Hawks get out of their own zone, but Flashes pick it up in the neutral zone. Falkowski going to chip it up along the boards here. That puck is picked up by Loza. Loza just going to walk it into the offensive zone for IUP. McGuffin picks this puck up in his own zone, and he finds Kaibas. Kaibas in the neutral zone goes cross ice to Kataya. Now here he comes. Kataya, tough angle shot. Gloved up there by Halpert. We'll get another face-off in the IUP zone. 10:39 left to play in this third period, but almost halfway through. Another offensive zone face-off coming up for the Flashes. Puck going to be on the right dot in the IUP zone. Flashes with a good chance to sustain some pressure here. Kataya at the dot, and his opponent's going to be Loza. Puck is down. Kataya wins it clean. Goes to Kaibas here. Jardine down low. Looking for an option. Kaibas one-timer just wide of the net there. Good look from him. Falkowski at the top of the blue line. He's going to hold this one in. He's going to go down low to Kataya. Kataya now skates away from some pressure. He finds McGuffin at the top of the point. Guffin lets a shot go. Gloved up there by Halpert, and we'll do it again. Face off in the IUP zone.
I think with these point shots, as much as I love them, I do think you can take a little more patience, get a body in front, and that, screens the goalie, but also get redirect chances. So I think if there's one thing I had to change about how Kent is playing in the offensive zone, I'd say just a tad bit more patience.
Absolutely. IUP off the draw. Adams hits the red line. He's across the blue line into the offensive zone for the Crimson Hawks. He's all the way around the net there, centering past there. One-time chance there. Not enough on that one to see the net of Matty Weiss. Now Jardine skating hard for this puck. Loses control of that one in the neutral zone. Now Malloy skating in. Chance here building for the Crimson Hawks. He lets a shot go. Deflected out in front. Never sees the net of Matty Weiss. Flashes clear their zone. IUP forced to regroup once again. Schmelzer, he's going to try to get the red line. He goes cross ice there for Malloy. Malloy now, he's got some space to work. Going to slow it down as his team gets a line change behind him. Centering pass there, looking for Miller. Finds Schmelzer instead. Centering pass there again for the Crimson Hawks. Matty Weiss with another save there, and he scores off the rebound. IUP scores, making the score 3-3 with 9:34 left to play in this one. Not much Matty Weiss can do there. Off that rebound chance, he was in no man's land. That goal coming off the stick of number 43. It's going to be Schmelzer there. Jake Schmelzer ties it up for IUP.
Just from what I saw, a little bit of a breakdown in communication from the Flashes. Schmelzer wide open at the backside, and just one-on-one opportunity. And like you said, with the first goal, you can't give them opportunities like that. They're gonna capitalize at some point. So once again, but we've seen every time IUP has scored, the Flashes with that punch back. So you look to see that again.
Now here they come out of their own zone. Here come the Flashes. Stumble a little bit in the neutral zone. It's going to get deflected out of play. So we'll get a stoppage in the neutral zone. 9:20 left to play in the third period. Flashes looking for an answer now. See where the refs draw up this face-off. It's going to be the left dot, just shy and outside of the Kent State zone. Puck down. IUP with possession there. No call there. Looked like Norton got tripped, but no call from the refs. IUP gets back to work in the Kent State zone. Creighton skating hard for this puck. He's going to win possession. They're just going to float this puck out of their zone momentarily, but IUP right back in. Rearick now, puck on a stick, centering pass there. Can't connect on that one. Now Norton chips this one out of his zone against the glass there. IUP regains possession quickly. Now here comes IUP. Miller skating in. Creighton on the back check. Miller skates in down low. Nice job there by J.J. Creighton on the defensive end, getting it done. Potentially game-changing play there. Another chance for Miller. He tries to skate, centering pass there, and they score. The Crimson Hawks score again, making the score 4-3. 8:39 left to play in the third period. Just a good play there by IUP, and this shows you why they can be so dangerous. That time, that goal coming off the stick of number 10, Owen Tuchik. He gives the Crimson Hawks the lead, and now Flash has really got their work cut out for him.
Yeah, just a tough bounce there. We've talked so much about how players have been in the right place at the right time, and I think the first time a Golden Flash has been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Just then, it's such an unfortunate bounce. 2 quick goals. Like we said, though, got to find a way to respond. You got to dig deep to make it happen.
Plenty of time for the Flashes to go back to work here and respond. We're going to get a hand pass there. Ref's going to blow that play dead as the Flashes were looking to get set up. 8:30 left to play in the third period. Puck going to get drawed right outside the IUP zone. Flash is not happy about that call. Puck now down on the ice. Picked up by the Crimson Hawks. Seitz going to have control of this puck. He's going to have some space to work. Seitz going to do it himself. He's across the red line. He's into the offensive zone for the Crimson Hawks. He beats a man. Seitz all the way around the net. Centering pass there. Sent away by Jardine there. And now Jardine trying to find possession. He does there. Finds Katai. Katai going to play it back to his own zone. Let the Flashes settle down a little bit here. trying to connect to the Kataya. Goes cross ice there, just past his stick. The Flashes pick up possession in the offensive zone thanks to Cornell Kaibas there. That pass doesn't connect, and now Malloy skating the other way, trying to find Adams. Adams in all alone on the breakaway. His shot, and he scores. Jordan Adams on the breakaway lights the lamp, making the score 5-3. With 7:48 left to play in the third period, and Flash has got to dig deep here if they want to respond. Can't let it crumble here. Can't let it build up. IUP's got all the momentum right now. Flashes got to turn this one around quickly.
It's just well executed from IUP there on that play. Just a great move, great to pass. Just not much you can do about it. Breakaway, you know. It's so unfortunate because we've said so many times the Flash have been so good tonight. It's the little things and the giveaways, the loose pucks. Specifically this period, you could just tell IUP just seems like they just came out swinging.
Reborn.
Yeah.
Reborn from those first two periods, they seem. Zach Soy off the faceoff with possession.
Like
Chipped
you said,
in deep.
the Flash has got to dig deep now.
Yes.
And I think, if you look at the first 2.5 periods of this game, they've been incredible today. Just tough breaks. Got to regroup, and you got to find one. You can't take this as we need to. You got to get one at a time and just figure it out.
Flash has plenty of time to go to work here, but they got to work quickly. Soy now with possession through the neutral zone. Line change here coming for the Flashes on the fly. We're going to get an icing whistle there. IUP not happy about that call, but nonetheless, this puck coming back to the IUP zone. IUP coach begging for an explanation from the ref. Looks like refs changed their mind, and now they're going to move this puck. Let's see where they're going to draw it up to center ice, it looks like. I believe the initial call looked like an icing signal from the ref, but nonetheless, going to go back to center ice. Flash is going to use this as an opportunity to get some fresh defenders out there. Face off one back to IUP, and they're just going to chip that one up and out of play. 6:56 left to play in the third period. Time winded down for Kent State. Face off just outside the Kent State zone here. Puck down, one back to the Flashes. Nice job by Biancan at the dot. He's going to play one to Avellino. He's going to find Holmes. He's going to play it up to Norton. Norton going to get that puck deep into the Kent State zone. Flashes got to go to work here. Kept in by Creighton at the blue line. This goes cross ice to his man there. Tough angle shot there, deflected out in front. Schmelzer tries to clear that pass, and he gets it up to Tuchik, and now Tuchik skating with some speed here. Just going to dump it in deep. Matty Wise out behind his net here. He's going to play it all the way around the boards here, looking for Avellino and win that puck. Puck's just going to find its way into the neutral zone. Kent State finds possession, however. Norton going to play one to Kaibas. Kaibas now is going to chip one down low, looking for Norton to win it. Finds a stick of Kaibas. His shot up in the air a little bit. Sticked away there by Miller, and that's going to get a high sticking call. So he was just desperation trying to keep that one out of harm's way. Looks like Flash is going to get an offensive zone faceoff out of it, however, so they will take that.
I think, like I said, you got to take it one at a time here. You still plenty of time left. 6 minutes is, for hockey, quite a long time. It's just
Absolutely.
The Flash just seem almost so shell-shocked, as am I, but just because of how quick all that happened and unfolded. You got to regroup. You got to commit to what you were doing so well in the first 2.5 periods of this game and go one by one.
One at a time, the Flashes looking to work. They win the face-off, but out of the zone. McGuffin at the red line, going to play it to Kataya off his stick, rolls on him a little bit. He loses possession momentarily, but he wins it right back. He's going to play it into his own zone to McGuffin. Now up the ice for Jardine. Jardine carrying this puck, centering pass for Kaibas. His shot deflected off a stick of Soy, up and out of play. 5:47 left to play in the third period. Flashes, going to get another offensive zone face-off here, and each one counts. Each face-off counts at this stage in the game. This one going to be on the right dot here in the IUP zone. Puck one, possession to the Crimson Hawks. Now Adams with that last goal. He's going to get it in deep for IUP. Flashes pick up possession in their own zone. And they got to work quickly here. Kataya tries to make a move there, loses possession. Adams picks it up, tough angle shot. Weiss saves that one. Late hit there, a little bit after the play, some pushing and shoving. Jardine going after a player. Little pushing and shoving after the play, some screaming from Halpert here on this side of the ice. And we'll see what comes of this. Flashes can't take any penalties at this stage of the game. Too late and down 2. Can't afford a penalty here.
100%. You can't.
Got to keep their heads on straight.
Yeah. Gotta stay disciplined here. You just keep your head up. Keep your head in the game. 5.5 minutes left. Plenty of time, like I've said, but you got to stay disciplined. You can't be making any dumb mistakes.
Pump faked off that first face-off as the ref blows the whistle after he drops it. Left dot here. Ref's looking to set this one up and do it again. Holding this puck now, and now it's finally dropped. Possession 1-2 IUP. Big hit there by Jardine at the blue line, getting the bench fired up here. But the Flashes need goals. They played up to Kaibas, chips it in off his stick, deep into the Kent State zone. Kataya picks this puck up. Kataya looks to get to the center of the ice. He takes a tumble. He falls to the ice and takes an IUP player out with him. Out of the zone, this puck goes. Flashes back into their own zone. Jardine now picks his pass up. He's in a skate in the offensive zone. Jardine turns away from some pressure. He's going to get a pass to McGuffin. Shot there. Puck bouncing around. Biancan tries to hit it in the air. Fans on that one. Biancan tries to send it down along the boards. Battling hard for that puck. Biancan going to squeak one over to Jardine. He loses that puck to Hoffman. And Hoffman going to play that one over to his man Burkett. Burkett now gets the Crimson Hawks out of the defensive zone here. Deep in the Kent zone. Matty Weiss just holding that puck. Waiting for his team to come pick it up. And the Flashes are on the rush here. It's Sealing removed from that puck momentarily. Weiss back with the puck on his stick. In his own paint there. Flashes can't connect on that pass. Trying to break out of their zone. Sealing now back in his own zone. Forced to regroup. Flashes just got to stay composed here. Sealing beats a man. Hits the red line. Loses that puck momentarily to Hoffman. Now here comes Avellino. Quick shot there. Gloved up by Halpert. And he'll cover that one up. 4:04 left to play in the third period. And now Odd Sturchill, he draws a crowd after the play. He's tangled up with Miola. Odd Sturchill, he lays a man out. Odd Sturchill took on a few IUP players there. A little frustration brewing from him. Both teams, benches yelling at each other. This game is turning sour here. Refs having a little discussion. For Kent State, nothing can come of this. Can't take the penalty here. Norton having a little chat with the bench here. Brady Hall shying him away. Can't draw anything excessive. Let's see, refs still having a discussion here. Kent State hoping to just come away from this even strength here. 4 minutes left to play in this one. They got to go quick if they want a chance. They need, in my opinion, Fisher, they need to get one here, and if they even want a chance at pulling Matty Weiss, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
got to get that one.
Even if you do develop any sort of offensive zone time, I say you pull them immediately.
Yes.
Because you are down 2, and take that risk, you know.
It looks like as of right now, skating off here for IUP, Nathan Miola. He is in the box. He's got a seat here. Doors open on the Kent State side. Let's see who they want to pull. So I assume somebody's going to the box for them as well.
I assume Odd Sturchill.
That's, yes.
He was in the center of all that, but
he kind of just picked apart some IUP players one by one there. Let's see. Ref still having a discussion. Coach now walk down at the Kent State bench.
I mean, once again, Odd Sturgill, all he does is just follow his shot. To me, that's fine, and might have given a little poke, but I get the reaction. It was mainly the IUP players who were giving him such a animated reaction.
Yes.
So I don't think he's going to escape without going.
And there he is, hops up off the bench. He was trying to hide on the bench there for a second, but refs pick him out. So 4-on-4 action coming up, which almost, I don't want to say a benefit, but for the Flashes, with the speed and skill they have, could be a good change for them,
Well, we've also seen the breakouts from IUP.
Sure.
I'd say that's how the 5th goal happened.
Yes.
So you got to, like I said, stay disciplined, stay knowledgeable on the fact that this team can break out at any moment.
Yes.
You need a goal.
We need a goal. The Flashes need a goal.
This face-off is the most important face-off of the game.
Kataya is at the dot for the Flashes. His opponent is going to be Miller. Shane Miller at the dot versus Nick Kataya. Kataya wins it back at the blue line. Flashes keep it in. Off the stick of Creighton. Now Kataya wins possession here. Flashes got to connect on some passes and make something happen here. Avellino going to shovel one down to Kataya. Kataya beats a man. He skates in front of the net. Blue paint. Out a save there by Halpert. Using the pad there. Rolls over the stick of J.J. Creighton. And Avellino now racing back is Rierick. Now he's deep into the Kent State zone. Centering pass there. Fanning on that shot attempt. Crisis averted there for the Flashes. IUP had a man wide open in front of the net. That was Miller. Kaibas gets it in and just going to dump it in deep. Flashes got to go to work here. Kataya picks it up. He's going to play it. Looking for that cross-ice pass to the top of the point. Can't connect on that one. Matty Weiss was halfway to the bench there, but he had to rush back. His Flashes couldn't control that puck. Flashes already showed their hand. They are going to pull Matty Weiss when they get this puck in the offensive zone.
I like the call.
I do.
As risky as it is, of course. That's just how the empty net works. But
now Kaibas skates it in the offensive zone, and there goes Matty Weiss. Extra attacker on. Kaibas gets in low. Loses that puck here. Off the bench, here comes Jardine. Jardine with possession here. Jardine tries a centering pass. Halpert going to just pick that puck up. We'll get another covered. 2:52 left to play in this third period. Tension's high in this one.
Can call time out here.
Yes. Kent. Look like they're going to discuss some strategy here.
He also gives Kataya, Kaibas all a rest.
Oh, no. Looks
I
like,
thought I heard
I thought
timeout.
I did too. It looks like he changed his mind. Flash is going to go for it. Goalie is already pulled, and Weiss is not in the net to start this faceoff. Just want to point that out here.
Yeah.
Flash is playing 5-on-4. And now Flash has got to make something happen here. Puck is down. Won by Jardine. Puck rolls on Sanchez a little bit. Falkowski all the way back in the zone. Flashes have to play controlled here. Got to work quick, but under control here. Falkowski going to lead this rush up the ice for the Flashes. Going to saucer a pass over to Sanchez. Sanchez pumping the brakes. Looking for Falkowski. That pass too far. Out of the offensive zone. Flashes having to regroup once again. Jardine now. He's going to collect this puck. Jardine skates towards the offensive zone here. He loses that puck for a split second, but he finds it after taking the hit there. Just going to dump it in deep. Flashes got to work quickly here. Norton picks this puck up along the boards. Dumped in down low for Sanchez. He's going to try a shot. Deflected wide of the net there of Halpert. Miller picks this puck up. Behind the net for Jardine. Centering pass for Miller. Back to Jardine. Flashes got Halpert on his heels here. Miller picks this puck up. Going to play it up the boards to Jardine. Looking for Norton to win it. Playing this puck down low. Adams going to turn and just float this one into the neutral zone. IUP clears. Minute 45 left to play in this one. Flashes do or die here. Here comes Kataya off the bench here, back on the ice. He's going to play it in down low. Sights, first man of that puck. Puck rolls on him. Biancan picks it up. Biancan trying to pay one over to Avellino. Nice stick in the lane there by Miller. Avellino back in his own zone. A minute 30 left to play. Time winding down for the Flashes. Biancan, he hits the red line. He's in the offensive zone. Biancan skates in now. He tries a shot. Saved there by Miller. Rebound can't be controlled. Puck is loose. Puck squeaks out to Creighton. but he loses his glove. Halpert loses his glove, rather. And that'll draw a stoppage in play. Minute 14 left to play. Flash is still down 2. Flash has got to make something happen here quickly. Katai to the dot versus Miller once again. Miller wins that faceoff. IUP can't clear, though. Miller squeezes it out of the zone. Flash is deep into their own zone. This is going to draw an icing. So we'll bring this puck right back to the IUP zone. Another offensive zone faceoff for the Flashes. Just a minute and 4 left to play. Flash has got to make something happen.
Gotta. Yeah,
This is it right here.
Yeah.
It's crunch time.
yeah, it is crunch time, whatever you want to call it.
Yes. Tie at the dot versus Miller. Round 2 here. Puck down now. One back to IUP, and they squeak that one out of the zone. 1 minute left to play in regulation. Do the Flashes have enough to get it done? IUP clears once again. Off to the races. Creighton having to skate hard as Rierick's there. Creighton diving for that one, but Rierick finds the empty net, and he scores. That might seal the deal here for the Crimson Hawks, making the score 6-3 with just 48.3 seconds left to play in this third period. For the Flashes, just feel like they ran out of gas. I mean, just an unbelievable 2.5 periods, and at the second half of this third period, it's just starting to fall apart a little bit.
I think running out of gas is a great way to say it. It's just been unfortunate, you know. And
looks like Jardine going to get a penalty. Not sure what he got called for, but
I think on the celebration, I think he tried to hook the IUP player.
I see.
So he's going to get an early shower. That's what I'm hearing.
Deflating from the Flashes here. This hurts.
I mean, shell-shocked, deflated, whatever you want to call it. Just ran out of gas, I think is the best way you can explain it.
Flash is going to be on the penalty kill, but down 3 goals this late in the game doesn't seem to matter too much. Just unfortunate for the Flashes. I mean, we raved about their play for 2.5 periods, and it just feels like the wheels fell off the bus a little bit here, and it hurts.
It does.
Definitely, you know, IUP a tough team, and it felt like the Flashes were with them step by step, and, you know, to kind of let it fall apart like this, you know, tough loss to swallow.
I mean, me and you make the point of it's all about responses, and just a perfect response from IUP after those first 2.5 periods. Just get the tying goal, then from there, you're off. And it's tough because I almost wish I saw a little bit more of that from the Flashes. You know, not that they weren't intent on being offensive and stuff like that, but you could tell IUP scores and then they're right at it. Whereas the Flashes, you know, it took them a little bit of time just to, even after they scored, just to regroup and go. So
Seitz takes this one behind his net as he's just going to wind down the seconds here, play a pass into the neutral zone on the stick of Shane Miller. Going to play it back to Seitz. Just 10 seconds left to play here, and it's going to be all she wrote for the Flashes. IUP now just going to hold this puck in their own zone as the time expires here, and this one is over. Final score tonight, 6-3 in favor of the IUP Crimson Hawks. And they show why they're the top of the standings here in the division in the CMHA. They're just an absolute well-rounded team, and they make stuff happen. For the Flashes, after playing such a tough 2.5 periods, it's going to be a tough one to swallow, but for them, it's a good test to know where they're at, and they're going to have to rebound here.
And there's positives to take from it.
Yes,
the first
absolutely.
2.5 periods,
Yes.
It's just unfortunate the way it ended.
And for the Flashes now, it's going to be their last home game. So January 9th. They do have one more away series before we go away for winter break here next week, or 2 weekends, excuse me, December 5th and 6th. They are going to be away at Delaware. So almost done here before the break. Flashes played hard till the end. It just feels like they just came up a little bit short tonight, and it's going to be a tough one to take. It's going to sting in the locker room a little bit, but hats off to IUP. They're a great team, and
Yeah.
a really big hats off to the Golden Flashes. They played their hearts out tonight. If the Flashes are lucky here, they might see IUP another time if they can find them in the playoffs here,
Yes.
hopefully. So I think that'll be something that the Flashes are looking forward to. So IUP letting the Flashes hear it as they walk off the ice. Flashes don't seem too phased. As the Flashes skate off to the locker room, and they will be back. Just know that, ladies and gentlemen, this season is far from over, and the Golden Flashes are going to be there right with it until the end of the season. That's going to be all for us tonight with this D1 broadcast. Final score 6-3. IUP gets the win. We just want to let you guys know, however, immediately following the conclusion of this game, Kent State's D3 team will be taking on IUP's D3 team in 30 minutes or so. Puck drop slated originally for 7:30. It's looking to shape up probably closer to 8, as this one ran a little late, started a little late. So we encourage everyone to hop over, type in Kent State D3 hockey on YouTube, and hop over to the other stream and watch some more good hockey as D3 looks to get their revenge for D1 here. That'll be all for this broadcast, but we'll be back in 30 minutes. My name's Alex Rivera. I've been joined all night by my partner, Fisher Brashear. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.